Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, goons. How's everybody doing? Guys, the volatility is crazy this morning. You know, pre-market open volatility is showing us that people know something. I don't know what's going on here. So I decided to jump on a live stream, see if we can navigate this market as a crew, as a community. We got Stan in the chat. How's it going, buddy? If you want to jump on the live stream, you know how to do it. You got the links on the Discord if you want to jump on. Guys, it is what it is. We do have some volatility pre-market open that tells me that there's a bit of an intent here to maybe get some craziness happening, and I don't know what it is. So I'm here to figure it out with you guys live as usual. My name is Mike, guys. I've been here for a good while, since 2016, 2017, doing myself a favor here in the crypto space by getting involved in one of the most lucrative markets. It doesn't look like it right now, but it is very, very rewarding when the market is doing well. So we have to pay attention here because there's a crazy volatility happening pre-market open. We have a few more, just a moment here before the market opens, 9:30 a.m. Of course, EST. We have some dips throughout the market. Zcash, near protocol, guys. Remember, I've been saying, don't be going long right now. You know, I FUD my own bags a lot of times. A lot of the times I'm FUDding my own bags. Why? Because I don't want my community buying into green. I don't want them to be buying into, you know, huge candles or anything like that. So at the current moment, I'm going to stand by why I say, guys, make sure that you're very, very understanding of how the volatility works here, guys. Pumps are not meant to be bought. You're supposed to be buying dips. You're supposed to be buying support levels. And we're seeing, you know, a little bit a little bit of that negativity. All right, guys, let's get some audio going. I know it's early in the morning for a bit of audio, but why not? Let's get some chill music. Maybe not so chill, but we'll get some music going here. Let's bring it down a little bit and bring it down a notch. We don't want to party too much early in the morning, but we'll get something going for us. As you can see, we are seeing some volatility pre-market open, guys. I don't want to get into anything nuts as far as trades go, but I want some of that exposure. Again, the cryptocornerterminal.com, all the alpha you need right here, ready to go. We are seeing that some of the altcoins are doing okay relative to Bitcoin, and this is why on the short term, okay, meaning the weekly time frame, we are seeing that alts are still doing good. However, not so much today, guys. You know, like alts are taking beatings. Some of the major gainers are coming down. Grass, Monad, Near Protocol, Zcash, Render, Lighter, Pendle, you name it, guys. There's dips. Only one that I've been liking lately, and you guys know I've been yapping about it, is Aether. I entered that 2x position on Aether. I just entered a 2x position on Arweave. I entered a 2x position on GRT, the graph based on the data narrative and the AI narrative. So a few into there. But really, guys, it's all about what's going on right now. So as you can see, as I get this chart loaded, we're getting a bit of this craziness right now. We got that pump, and then we got that dump. The range is being respected, okay, until proven otherwise. Again, the pre-market open volatility here is nuts, and we got a bit of volume right into this, which means that there's somebody out there, there's people out there that know something that we don't. Let's quickly go on X to see if we can figure this out. What's up happening here? I don't know what's happening. I can imagine it's an orange swan event. This is a hot topic right now, guys. I would be studying this through and through. Okay, I had a discussion with the premium members this morning about this topic. I'm going to be releasing that show, the premium member show, the Good Morning show, Goons show. I'm going to be releasing that tonight, so you can take a look at the conversation and hear the conversation. But it is definitely a very interesting topic. I don't see anything that is, suggesting that we should be worried here. 25 Pedro, how's it going, buddy? We have Greg in the house. How's it going? Who else do we have here? J Mark. We got Austin FN. Welcome. Bolster, how's it going, buddy? Bolster, OG, you're here always, like always. Okay, good stuff. Look, I don't know what's going on. Is it an Orange Swan event? Orange Swan, is he yapping about something? I'm not seeing anything. Let's see the For You page. I'm scared of the For You page because the For You page doesn't really give you things that are interesting for me. It gives me all kinds of different things. Like, I don't even watch sports, and I got TSN. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, this is a good one. I like that one. Good on you, Crypto Tice. I have no idea who you are, but good on you for bringing that. Andre Kronji is definitely releasing the Flying Tulip information, guys. I'm bullish on Flying Tulip. I can expect some good stuff coming out. And we're live, guys. We're live. We're live right now. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a repost, a retweet, share it with a friend. Make some noise for the algorithm so we can, help our bags, get some awareness as we see this volatility. I'm trying to figure out, guys, what is causing such pre-market volatility? This is a rare scenario where we get such pre-market volatility. Lots of burning on Bitcoin happening. That's for sure. This dude's gonna get cooked. What else do we have? Nothing much, guys. Nothing much, to be honest. I don't see anything trending at the current. Open Zeppelin founder. This is the topic that has been picking up a lot of attention in the last 24 hours or 12 hours. Okay, and it is valid. It's not valid. You know what? In fact, it stems off of the conversation we had on the Discord yesterday regarding lithium. Okay, this is an important one. Okay, because with this topic regarding liquidity pools and proof of stake versus proof of work, this might be something that we might want to pay attention to. Guys, I'm not seeing anything. What is causing the pre-market volatility right now? Nothing at all. Bunch of crypto news, of course. Social dominance of ADA. Nothing. Guys, do you know something that I don't? Vitalik. Okay, let's jump in the charts and then we'll go back to see if we get anything. So what I would be looking for here is a horizontal range to be supported as we get into the pre-market, as we get into market open. It is what it is. We'll be taking a look at what happens here next. Look, it doesn't look bad, right? That sweep for liquidity is a good sign of a potential bottom, but it doesn't look bad if you're looking for longs. It doesn't look bad if you're even looking for shorts, because if you can get acceptance below the range, and guys, this wick doesn't really matter. I call it a wick because on higher time frames, guys, it's going to be a wick. Okay, whether it be the 15-minute, whether it be the 1 hour, whatever you look at, get into higher time frames, it's going to be a wick. It's a non-accepted price, which means it was a quick reaction, quick recovery. So if looking for shorts, I understand why, because literally we can come down and fill this wick and come down to these levels as the market opens. So be careful. I'm looking for all kinds of different positions. I'm long, short, I don't mind. I don't really care. I just want to see where the market shows conviction, where the market shows a little bit of acceptance. That's all I'm really looking at right now. And at the same time, we are looking for, altcoin positions. It is what it is, guys. If you have any altcoins you want me to take a look at this morning, feel free to let me know. You change your profile name, amigo. Which one? Well, I'm live on the Crypto Corner right now, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, we have two different. With Crypto Corner crew, I'm also part of the crew, so I do come out live here once in a while for the crew. And then my evening shows are still there with BTD Crypto. Right now, I'm Mike at the Crypto Corner as a crew member. Yeah, Kiba Sports, how's it going? Nanai, how's it? Welcome. And amigo, you got it. Okay, good stuff, buddy. Good stuff. Look, we're gonna have Tao Trades is going to be live this afternoon as well, or this morning. I don't know when he's coming live. He has, I think he's morning show at 10:30, which is not bad to come out. Ultimately, he should be here, giving us updates as what he feels, what's going on in the market using his strategy. So feel free to join there, guys. Just keep in mind we're on all kinds of different platforms. Okay, right now live. Some are better than others. Choose wisely. Okay, and obviously some algorithms behave differently. So I don't want to mention any names of any platforms, but read between the lines. Some of them are just a little bit better. Okay, so feel free to give us some support there. We're trying to we're trying to grow the accounts, okay, to at least 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to support our agenda here, growing the channel, feel free to do that, of course. But we're looking for opportunities here, guys. We're looking for opportunities. So let's look at some altcoins. Oof, Bitcoin's coming down. Bitcoin's breaking down. I don't trust this. yet, because we're waiting for the pre-market volatility to end, and we're waiting for that special power hour. The power hour meaning between about 9:30 and 10:30. That's usually where we start to see market acceptance. I'm okay with taking longs down here. In fact, I took one long, sorry. I'm already long, but I took another long just this morning right here at this bottom, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'll stop myself out if we break down. No big deal. I get it, but this is still okay. I'm looking for a potential reversal. I don't like the roundedness of this top, but it's okay. As long as I know my invalidation and I'm prepared for the loss, it's okay. We could come down for another move, and I'm totally accepting that. In the meantime, we have to accept that we're getting a lot of volatility here pre-market open. There's something up with news today. There's something I can imagine. Have you ever heard the term, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news? I just can't tell you exactly what the news is, but there is some sort of news happening right now. Okay, I don't know what it is, and I couldn't find it. So I can imagine that we're going to get it after in a couple hours. So be prepared here. If you're into shorts, congrats. Make sure that if we get back into the range that you exit those shorts, okay? But this is what happens, guys. The choppiness right as we get acceptance gets a lot of people wrecked. Okay, so look, we can get back in, come back down, wait until about 9:30, 10. By 10:30, you should have your positions in and you shouldn't be playing around anymore. Look, we're going to get back in. People that get short get hunted. Look at this. This is crazy, right? You just got to chill out. You just got to chill out here. We got Ben. How's it going? Trump has a cabinet meeting in 2 hours. He has a projected hopium on a deal being agreed to open the strait and pull back U.S. military. Ben's coming in hot with Yahoo work. Where can I get this? Is this on socials? Like, where do you get this information, Ben? I mentioned in Discord, maybe I just jumped on live. I've been busy I'm working on an indicator and stuff. So yeah, I didn't really pay attention. I apologize, Ben. But Ben is our news guy. He's coming in hot all the time with different news on the Discord, guys. Go check it out. Links are in the description for the Discord. But the timing closely matched Iranian media announcing they've received a peace deal. So Iran came out with that news. That's rare. That's very rare. It's usually where we get the Orange Swan coming out with the news, announcing he received peace deal from the U.S. The IRGC military leader says open military conflict isn't like, okay. Well, I don't know. That seems good. It seems okay, right? We'll take that. Not a big deal. Daniel, how's it going, buddy? And we got Martin 303, guys. By the way, as I mentioned, let me just show you what I want to show you here for a second. See if I can. There we go. I just want to show you this. Guys, we're trying to get a goal. Our goal is 1K subs here at the Crypto Corner. If you want to support, I would greatly appreciate it. We would greatly appreciate it, the crew and I, because we're looking to get this going. We want to bring more alpha. We want to bring diversity, not just me. The BTD Crypto is all about me, of course. You guys know that. But the crew is something where I want to bring in different talent. I want different perspectives. I want different strategies. I want, viewpoints and everything to be diverse so that we can potentially get all kinds of different confluences and build an edge based on those confluences. Okay, guys, if you want to support this, our goal is to get it to 1K, whether it takes a day, which I wish, or a year. It doesn't matter. We're going to be grinding through it, and I'm going to be giving away, when we reach that goal, I'm going to be giving away a bunch of premium passes to our Discord. Okay, guys, so feel free to participate. I'll be looking at all the supporters and raffling off or picking some lucky members that support this objective, this goal of 1K. So, guys, subscribe, click the bell, make some noise, do what you got to do. I appreciate whoever just followed or subbed. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate it. All right. Mike, check Walter from Bloomberg. Okay, so I'm sure he's got an X account. I'm on X. I don't like too much noise or too much. I'm going to check the X. Walter, let's write them down. Walter, you think he wants to join the crew? He would be quite valuable. Walter from Bloomberg, do you want to join the Crypto Corner crew? Maybe I should send him a tag him up on socials. I'm like, bro, do you want to join? Maybe he'll join. You never know. Maybe he'll be our latest our member as Bitcoin drops. I don't trust it. I don't trust drops, pre-market. We're about 20 minutes in to open up the market. This could be the pre-market sweep. Then we get back in range and pump. I don't know. I'm smoking hopium here. We're dumping, guys. We're dumping. And if we get good news, good news, and then we get liquidated. How does this? This is like the inverse relationship. Crypto now has the inverse relationship where we are basically dumping when we get good news. That tells you that the market is not very, how can I say, trusting of bullish news, of positive outcomes, of positive sentiment. Like we need like, it's kind of weird, guys. But the good news is, from a technical analysis perspective, that was a wick on higher time frames, like I showed you. Passive accumulators are still there waiting that didn't get their orders filled. So that's totally fine. We'll accept that. And if ultimately we can get a little bit more happening in there of passive accumulators, maybe we'll round off and look for a nice balance for a V recovery rounded bottom. It's a long time since we've seen a nice Adam and Eve, to be honest. A V recovery rounded bottom. It's been a very choppy price action, very hard price action to trade, right? My long right now is getting cooked. I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to get liquidated, but it's getting cooked. Guys, what can I say? We'll see what happens, market. We got 20 minutes. Now today, let's take a look at some altcoins. Right now, why not? I'm looking at a couple. One is Aether, ATH, and then we'll jump back into this. I should get a timer on so I don't forget. Let's take a look at Aether. Just a quick look, because these are my some of the projects that I'm focusing on in the next little while. If we're going to continue these, altcoin pops, we got to just try to stay one step ahead here and find them. And I can imagine right now the negativity on Bitcoin is dragging down the market. But since entry, Aether has been doing pretty good. So I got into a 2x position, and when was it? Yesterday or the day before? I don't even remember anymore. Based on this W or this rounded bottom scenario on the on these higher time frames, this right here. So look, again, if the market goes for another run, let's say where altcoins start to show strength and Bitcoin, supports by at least not dropping and falling to the abyss and to Hades, at least what we could do is see some altcoin action again and see some, good pumps. Aether could be one of them. So I got into position based on this, and validation is clear, still holding very nicely, nothing too crazy, and looking forward to something again in the next little while. Maybe we might get something. That's that on Aether. Let's see what else we got. Arweave. I got into a long position on Arweave. I have spot bags that are packed for a good while. I'm in a 2x long position on Arweave. I just got into it, so it's not like it's printing anything. But guys, look at the strength out of this. We've been covering Arweave into this range for a good while. And finally, it's waking up with a nice rounded bottom. It looks very nice. I'm not saying that it's going to break out, but it looks like it may want to. So trendline liquidity is there to be hunted, as you guys know. And, this is the opportunity. Okay. And ultimately, if we start moving up, we have this trendline liquidity based on this top, and ultimately this top to hunt. And maybe a bit of a bounce into this order block. Maybe we get rejected, maybe we don't, maybe we break up for higher highs and maintain this trend to the upside. It might be pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take altcoins. A lot of people are worried about alts right now. A lot of people are worried, and they don't understand the reality of what we should be expecting in times where altcoins show strength. Okay, it's not necessarily about looking for major runs to price discovery and all of that and all-time highs, and it's not about that. It's just about trying to position your capital into assets within the asset class that are showing strength relative to one another. Right? It doesn't always have to be relative to Bitcoin. You can time your entries relative to Ethereum. Right? You can time your entries or your rotation based on relative strength against, let's say, the L1 and the ecosystem projects, the beta plays on the L1. Right? It doesn't have to be relative strength against Bitcoin all the time, although a lot of the times we do that to define what an altcoin season looks like, right? But you got to admit, in the last couple of days or weeks, we have seen a bit of a shift in the way the market has been behaving, right? The behavior is as such where we're seeing some altcoins literally pop off. And I know there's a lot of salty people out there. In fact, I'm getting into a bit of a banter with one of them on YouTube that keeps on, trolling me, which is fun. It's all fun. I love it. You guys probably don't know. For those of you that don't know me or just getting introduced to me, I love trolls. I love them and I entertain them. So I don't know. I enjoy trolling the trolls. I become the troll. Which is great, and usually they can't handle it, and I flip it on them where I become their troll, and it's so fun. But then you know what? I've made good friends that way that become trolls, and then I become the troller, and then they join the Discord and we become good friends, which is great because they know that at the end of the day, I don't care what they say. I'm here to be honest. I'm not here to, scam anybody. I'm here to be real. Like, right now, Bitcoin is dumping. VVV is up 4%. Arweave is up 8%. Okay, and we see GRT, the graph, another project that I got into on a 2X, up 2%. The worst project, some of the worst projects that you're seeing right now, even Celestia is up, and Bitcoin is rolling over, okay, or coming down. So what does that tell you? That shows you relative strength, and depending on the time frame you're looking at, you can justify saying we're getting a mini altcoin season, a small coin season. The salty people are not going to take that. They're not going to take it. Why? Because they are bitter. They missed out on the Near Protocol pump. They missed out on the Hyperliquid pump. They missed out on all the pumps, the Zcashes and the this and the that. Guys, I can't even follow them all. But even Pith, one of the uglier charts out there, is up 3%. And I'm in a margin position as well. I think a 3Xer on that one. Okay, so guys, it is what it is. You're going to miss out on any little movements. It's not about catching rallies. It's about getting out of a poor performing asset and getting into better performing assets. The better performing assets don't necessarily have to be rockets. They don't. They just have to be outperforming their counterparts, which in this case is Bitcoin. It looks a little sloppy in comparison to pretty much a lot of altcoins out there, right? So we got to be, in tune with what's going on. Even Knight is up 5% right now. Let's put it into context. Knight. IO that has been killing it. Okay, IO. You guys, last time I went live with Tao, I was talking about IO, talking about FET here at the Crypto Corner, and that was like maybe 3 or 4 days ago or something like that. And since then, IO Net, a Solana-based AI, has been pumping. What are we gonna do? Say that it's not? Just because today it's down 4.5%, you missed out on the whole move. And then you're going to be bitter and salty. I get it. It's better not to be that person and take shots. Be open-minded. And if you're not a trader, I get it. Then don't pretend to be a trader and just be a spot bag investor and passively accumulate. And that way you don't miss out on anything. You don't have to be bitter. You don't got to be salty. You don't got to get those emotional spikes, of emotion and all that kind of stuff. Because that's what makes traders, not profitable is, not being able to handle the emotional roller coaster that trading is, right? It is crazy. Like I'm still holding an EDU long. You guys know that. Look, stablecoin. Am I worried? EDU, remember? This project, very speculative, small market cap. I think it's like a $10 million market cap or something. I knew it. I knew what I was getting into. Stablecoin, sideways. I don't care. Fine, my investment is still the way it was. But what about the pump? What about another wick? Like this, I'll take it. You want me to measure that wick? I'm just using this as an example, guys. I'm not trying to shill this whatsoever. Please don't buy it. Don't buy it. If you don't have conviction, don't buy this. Don't get involved. Okay? Just trying to use this as an example. This was a 93% move. Wick. I'll be happy. Do you know I have already a sell order at double my money? I already have a sell order. If it pumps overnight while I'm snoring, all good. I'll take half on the double. I'm not here to have long-term convictions on a $5 million market cap or whatever play. I'm here to double my money, raise free capital. What I mean is get free bags of EDU and let the rest run. Double my money, please. I'll take it. And I'll get in on a stable coin like this. and see what happens, right? Even though right now this thing's down approximately 1.8%, it doesn't matter. It's still within the range. It's still fine. I don't worry, right? Look at Pith. Look how ugly it looks. But look at this little range that's forming. Okay, what about if it's a bottom? What about if it's something playable? We are at range lows. What about if we do break out? What about if this becomes, look at all this volume. Look at all this price action down here. Now, there's unlocks coming out all the time that are dumping. The last unlock caused this to dump from here to here, but it didn't make a lower low. So this is another problem with individuals, and I'm noticing the sentiment also on the Discord with some members that are programmed already to accept that unlocks cause dumps. And I agree. In bearish conditions, 100%. But the last unlock, which was a very large one, Pith didn't even have the strength to make a lower low. What does that tell you? Absorption. What does that tell you? Bears don't have strength. What does that tell you? Even though the project unlocked a bunch of tokens, people didn't sell. There wasn't as many sellers as there was in the past unlocks. So what am I saying here, guys? Be prepared that if the market and when the market goes strong, or at least neutral, that you're not going to make lower lows all the times forever on all the unlocks. In bullish markets, they get absorbed, guys. I've been here. I've done that. I've seen it. I've experienced. I watched charts. Unlocks happen, but small pullbacks for about an hour, and then buy-ups and continuations with strong, aggressive pumps to the upside, 20, 30% moves up. Now, I'm talking in bullish conditions. I'm not trying to induce FOMO here, but that's what happens. You can't be so like one-sided all the time, because you become the herd. Right? Everybody thinking the same way. Over and unlock. Okay, another unlock. Dump. Short. Okay, another unlock. Dump. Short. Okay, you might score that once, twice, 3 times. After the 3, remember the power of 3. After 3 times, of execution, of consistent trend like price action, stop thinking that way. Stop. At least get neutral, because you're becoming the herd. Everybody's, that pattern has become too easy. And that too easy means trap liquidity. The market is not meant to be easy. The market is meant to only become easy when the smart money is trying to trap you into believing that it's easy. And that's how you get wrecked. So Pith here, last unlock, didn't make a lower low. Absorption, possible. Take a shot, why not? Invalidation is clean. Take a shot. Right? So a lot of good opportunities. Pendle's taking a dump. Right now, it's down 6%, not looking good, but it ran up. Okay, is there an imbalance? Sure. Come back down to the previous breakout zone, $1.40. Take a shot. Take a shot right into here. As a backtest breakout, traders are going to get spanked. Guys, we covered this. We talked about this breakout. I gave you the entry. I gave you the analysis. I gave you the inflection point. I gave you everything needed here. Okay, the exchange of hands before the breakout, it happened. Now, all of a sudden, you look for imbalances because after an expansion, you leave weak spots below. So those weak spots become opportunities. Are you going to take advantage of those opportunities? How do you do that? Well, do you short this, or do you assume this to be just a retracement? Right? This could just be a retracement. Right? A flag. Impulse, retracement, impulse. Do we see a form of market structure shift here? Well, I would be waiting for it before I got long because of this imbalance here. We could come down to hunt this breakout level. Breakout traders are the first people to always get hunted. Why? Because they got all the confirmations necessary to go long. Right? They're drama queens. Right? They got everything they needed. They couldn't take any risk. They waited for every little confirmation. Higher low, higher high, a nice structure, a break, this, that, divergences, every single confluence. But then you didn't take much risk. And because of that, the herd is here. The herd is here. And the herd is going to get hunted. Right? That's the probability. So in this case, either after a pump, there's 2 things that I wait for. I wait for consolidation or structure, or retracement. And then ultimately, again, after retracement or complete pullback, structure once again. Okay, so Pendle, very difficult right now to be looking for entries, to be honest. It does look beautiful from a retracement perspective. Very nice. But with this sweep down here, I'm a bit worried. This is it. A bit worried. And the only way I get bullish is literally on Pendle right now, is if we get back above the range. back test in spring. Okay, so we got 5 minutes till market open. Let's get back into Bitcoin real quick. I want to see what's going on there. It's like a sport, guys. Game time. Oof. The 1 hour. It's testing. It's like literally trying its best to hold these levels, guys. Let's see. A little bit slow here today. 15-minute chart is probably the best chart that I like to trade the 15-minute on lower time frames, by the way, guys. Let's see. Any acceptance here on this range? Nothing. Get on the 1 hour, maybe. Maybe I can get more. Yeah, maybe the 1 hour is better. All right, guys. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably better. Okay, this is what I need. I know what I need here. This is Pendle. What happened to... I want Bitcoin. I went to the Bitcoin chart. I'm like seeing things. Bitcoin chart, please. Here we go. 15-minute. Yeah, it keeps on falling here. This is dangerous. So what we got to do is wait. Why is it so slow this morning? So this range needs to be respected. This right here. This whole thing. Okay, so I'm waiting to see what kind of shoulder we can print into here as we open the market. 5-minute market structure might be useful right now to see what's happening on lower time frames. Look, this looks bad. Look, it looks red. Okay, so this morning at 6:30 a.m., I was live with the premium members, okay, and we came up with this plan. I told you guys, stop loss into here, okay? If we break down, the thing is that it could be short-lived, and again, pre-market is not the best. Now that we're going to be closing in about 4 minutes or so, or opening, sorry, we might see that this became just the sweep, and we'll see what happens. Here, this is so critical, guys. Super important level to have to hold. So let's see. Crazy volatility, guys. Crazy. And it's the news. And what's crazy is that we're actually getting bullish news. According to Ben, this is good news. This is positive. You know, we got Walter from Bloomberg, the new crypto corner member. Actually, he's not. I'm just trolling. He's not. But I'm gonna invite him to be a member. See if he will. He's saying basically that, you know, there's some peace happening in the Middle East finally, and look how we respond. Look how the market responds. Now we can think psychologically about this. You know, people are getting bullish. People want to buy. Okay, when people want to buy, they want to buy lower levels, but they put bids at lower levels. Not market orders, right? They put limit orders. And if they're putting limit orders below, because they're assuming that we're going to get a bit of sweep of liquidity based on pre-market or session liquidity, well, maybe a bunch of people went in with limit orders down here and caused the price to come down to hunt that liquidity before we move up. Now, again, I'm smoking hopium, as you guys can probably tell. But that's the only thing I can come up with right now. Like we maybe come down for this sweep for that reason. But as you can see right now, this is not a sweep. This is an actual move down with conviction, which is absolutely absurd because we got bullish news. So let's see what happens. 2 more minutes and we'll see what grabbing this little SUI discount. Good spot bags are always great. You know, when you see these dips, spot bags, and not everything is dipping, which is crazy. So Bitcoin's down approximately 1%, let's put it that way right now this morning, while we have a lot of altcoins down, and some of the major gainers are down. And the reason why they're down is because they left lots of imbalance, a lot of profitability, right? Lots of profitable traders. So people are taking profit. But the ones that really didn't expand yet or didn't move are going to get attention now. Why? Because there's no sellers, because there were no buyers, and there were no people in profit. So who's selling? Nobody's selling as long as they're within structure or range, right? So we can look at projects like Knight. It's up 4%. Why is it up? Like, you know, I have no idea. Humanity, I think it's called. It's up 8.5%. Why is it up? VVV's up 5%. Arweave still doing good. Pith is moving. Serve You, another one that people have been yapping about. It's been pumping the last little while, about a week or two. It's up 4%. So there is still some strength. The question is why is it showing strength against Bitcoin when Bitcoin's dumping? Isn't it usually where Bitcoin dumps, the market gets risk off, right? And I'm seeing that the laggers, even Blue, guys, you know, BLUEFIN, BLUE is the ticker. It is the perp dex for SUI. A lot of people don't even talk about Blue. If you're bullish on SUI and you want to get in on the perp dex, BLUEFIN is what you're looking for. It's been quiet, and it's up 1.4% right now. How's that possible when Bitcoin's down 1%? So the question is BLUEFIN outperforming Bitcoin? 1.4%. It's up 1.4% and Bitcoin's down 1%. Is it outperforming Bitcoin? It is. And as you can see, Bitcoin is performing very poorly. So it's better to be in some altcoins, not all. It's better to be in some altcoins, especially the ones that have been showing stability at bottoms, than to be buying Bitcoin or be into Bitcoin right now. Now, it's not good to be into projects that have been pumping with crazy imbalances. But look, again, some altcoins are doing good, some of the popular ones. Okay, so be on it. You need to be here and be watching this like a sport so that you know exactly which team to be on as Bitcoin dumps, guys. As Bitcoin dumps. Crazy. Okay, market is open, 9:30. Let's go. Look at this. Market open, 9:30. Am I getting into another long? Let's see. How am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let's see my positions. Let me see real quick. Looking great. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll take another shot at it. Let's see. I don't mind. Let's go long. Not Arweave. Let's go long Bitcoin. Sorry, guys. Let's put a little long in. Will I do this right? Taking a bit of a chance. Not financial advice here, but it's because it fell too hard. Fell too hard. And I have the big structure in mind. And I'm okay. Let's see what happens here. If we break below here, I'm out. That's it. Out. Take a hit. Move on. Find something else to do today. Work on some other things. Go live with you guys and yap it up. And take beatings and get liquidated. Why not? It's always fun to get liquidated, right? Absolutely not. I love those emails. I love the emails. Okay, what else do we have here? So what I'm looking at is, look, if we can form a nice, reclaim here, then fine. Then we come and hunt some of this liquidity here, trendline liquidity for people that got in shorts. That's the only thing. That's the hopium I'm smoking. That's the brand of hopium I'm smoking today. That's pretty much it. But other than that, it's this whole structure that I'm bullish on. If we don't hold the 75, guys, we're cooked. Okay, I'm just letting, this is the last line in the sand. Do I need to zoom out? Let me zoom out. For those of you that are new here and that haven't seen my big picture analysis before, no, maybe the 6 hours probably best. Let me zoom. Let me get rid of this. What's going on? Come on, let me get rid of that and let's just zoom, push this way. It's the 75K level. If we break below and accept, and this could be the sweep that we need, but if we break below and accept, guys, get out. Forget it. Your bullish thesis right now is dependent on this horizontal. And this is why I'm getting a bit aggressive here, because I know my invalidation. This is done. We break below, forget it, guys. Run for the hills, enjoy your summer, go on a vacation, get into shorts, do whatever you got to do, because then this is going to come into fruition. This is likely. Okay, if market accepts lower levels, forget it, guys. We're coming down, and that's going to be painful. But the neckline needs to break before that happens. The neckline needs to break before it happens. Because if it doesn't break, this is horizontal support. Hopefully you guys can see that. And if you study like head and shoulders formations or market structure, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. In order to get follow through here, we need to break this bottom. We haven't broke the bottom with acceptance yet. That's the only way we confirm a proper lower low. This technically was a lower low. Why? We closed the 6-hour candle, but we didn't close the daily candle. So daily candles are very powerful and they're necessary in order to show conviction. But if we close a daily candle below there, guys, it's cooked. This thing's done. Bitcoin's coming down. Altcoins are likely to drop hard. Okay? And these last few alts that might be pumping today might be your last little, pumps before you get trapped into longs. So be careful. This is why your invalidations need to be clear that this is not a traditional altcoin season. This is a very small one where you're seeing some random projects pump, but you need to get defensive. Because if Bitcoin plays out negatively here and breaks down, forget it, guys. It's done. We're going to hunt all the trend line liquidity all the way down here. And don't tell me I didn't share with you that I'm prepared for this. I have my short open still from 81,000 and a half here. I made it very clear that I was opening up my margin short. Okay, and that's why I went short, because this didn't look great. And I'm like, okay, I want to take a chance here because I want to hedge. And so far, I'm hedged nicely. I didn't hedge my entire portfolio, guys. I'm still taking hits. No trader is going to hedge their entire portfolio. You just want to find a way to raise a bit of capital on the downtrend and to, help out at least a little bit. And that's all it is. It's a bit of a help. Obviously, my portfolio's bleeding out, except some of the altcoins. Bitcoin, my Bitcoin bags are down, right? Look, they're on a down. But we're still okay, right? Until we break 75 and accept, maybe backtest, spring, volume, blah, blah, blah. Guys, we still need to, assume that this could be support the way it was at least here, or, and so on. And remember, there's a lot of people short here. Right? There's a lot of people short up here, and we can hunt those for squeezes. So I'm not here to play or gamble. I'm not here to gamble. I know where my invalidations are, and that's where you got to put your stop losses. So let's see how the market is behaving here on the 15. You're getting a reaction. Yeah, look, I got into the long in reaction. Look, break back above. Come on, hold on tight. Okay, so this is the power hour now, which is the hour between the first hour of every market open. Okay, it's the power hour according to Levi. Okay, Levi, the new Crypto Corner crew member. So feel free. You're gonna meet him very soon. We're just still cooking up his format and so on. But look, the power hour between 9:30 and 10:30. This is where I usually find my entries, and I wake up nice and early at 9:30 to make sure I understand the market. I am prepared for the market. I do my analysis in the morning, and I say, this is what I need in order to get bullish or bearish. This is what I need. So this morning, okay, I said, look, if you're looking bullish here, because I know it does look bullish, the only way I would get bullish, and again, I got into a 5-minute structure and said, is if I put a stop loss underneath this. That's the only way. And guess what happened, guys? Bang. Okay, so at least you were able to take a small L. Okay, and then after that, look, if you got induced by this volatility based on the Orange Swan event that Ben had, nicely shared with us, that, maybe there's a peace deal coming out very soon. This doesn't look very peaceful, ultimately. Look at this dump. But that's what caused the volatility. And then all of a sudden, we start coming down like this, which is brutal. Absolutely disgustful, right? So it is what it is. Look, and we keep on falling. Look, even though I got into a long gear, a little bit of reaction, look, we keep on falling. So what kind of peace deal is this, guys? There's no peace. Look at this. Gross. Longs are getting wrecked. Welcome to my life. Here you go. Let's see what happens. Again, we're still early. First hour is crazy. Okay, getting people wrecked, and then let's see what happens. Oof, look at that. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's manage these trades. How we doing? We're down. We're coming down. Any liquidation? No liquidation. We're still okay. It's crazy. My Aether position is still up to 2.5% on a 2x. Crazy. Well, Bitcoin dumps. This is disgusting, guys. This is disgusting. Okay. I laugh when I'm nervous, guys. You know how people have different reactions to market to nervous condition? I laugh when I'm nervous. Let's go. Where are we going? Silver days. Where are we going, buddy? Can you the crypto corner, let's go. Where are we going exactly? Can you let me know where we're going? Because it doesn't look like we're going somewhere where we want to go right now. Other than here on the crypto corner, yes, we are going in good places. But as far as the price goes, this doesn't look really healthy. Now, what I would look at is this area. This is where the bull stepped in last, okay? You got to understand the mechanics behind these candles. This is where the bulls stepped in. They stepped in, they stepped in, they stepped in, and then bang. So you got to ask yourself, what are the chances that this level will get defended? It's quite high, but at the same time, what is the chances that that level will get tested in order for it to get defended? Quite high. So what I would say is that these levels right here, this level right here, could be acting as a magnet. Okay, and I always look at these levels, the wicks, especially the strong aggressive ones, the ones where the last, this was strong and aggressive because we got a strong and aggressive move. So I try to look for those levels of where the bull stepped in for this pump, where the bull stepped in right here. So that level is interesting right now. Could be acting like as a magnet. So we'll pay attention to there in the next little while. So we got about, still about an hour still left. We got to get ourselves. I'm going to stay till 10:30, the power hour. See what we do, how it goes. And then by that time, maybe Tau Trades will jump on. And I think he goes on at around 10:30 anyway. Let's ask him. Let's give him a quick message. Let's see what time he's going on. I can't keep up with all. The crew's growing, guys. The crew is growing. And we're trying to get very active. We're trying to put when the market comes back. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's 10:30 or so. Oh, 10:15. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's asking me if I'm on. Who's paying attention? Come on. All right. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. We're going to the moon 2 months to July. So you're waiting for July? Silver days. He's waiting for July. Why July? Like, okay, July, okay, maybe. I remember the previous Julys we did okay. Even Junes. I mostly look forward to Septembers. Septembers are usually where I look forward to, and preparation for September is obviously the summer. That's where usually you go range bound, quiet, sideways, nothing very useful as far as trades. But spot buying during summer is usually really good because you're preparing for the final quarter. You're preparing for the end of year volatility, of course, and it usually begins around September. But again, timing the market lately has been quite poor, right? So we're getting cooked right now on longs at the current moment, totally destroyed. Holy smokes, guys. Let's see what kind of absorption. The liquidations are coming in hot right now. I'm still holding on for dear life on my long right here. I'm also still long here, and I'm also long right into here. So I got 3 longs open on this trend line. I hope you guys realize that you should be going aggressive on a downtrend. You go into positions on a downtrend, you get out of positions on an uptrend. Most traders don't do that. And now I understand you're saying, but Mike, you're in the red. Yeah, I know. It's fine, right? We recover, I won't be in the red. And if we don't recover, it's okay. I'll stop myself out. And we'll figure it out, right? We try again. And eventually you catch it. And when you catch it, you imagine these 3 positions. If we eventually, do one of these and get back up, why not? It's still fine. It's still within range. You still have the point of control here. You still have possibilities. I play possibilities, guys. I don't play certainties. There's no certainties out here. So I'm still watching this. See if we can get some reaction. This area and that tweezer bottom, guys. Look at that tweezer bottom. This area is gonna be a magnet right now. I feel it. So if you're looking for short longs, go for it around these levels and put your stop losses. But shorts right now, unless you're going into like a crazy leverage position, like 100x short or something like that, like Tao does, then I wouldn't be touching that. Let's manage these positions and see how I'm doing here. Give me a second. Okay, quite painful right now. Quite painful. A bit of pain, but we're holding on. We're holding on. Clarity Act, buy the rumor and then sell the news. Honestly, I stopped following the Clarity Act. How about you guys? I stopped. Like, I really don't care anymore about Clarity Acts or not. These things are talked about. People are prepared for them, and it's been so many like false positives. And they're all positive. They're just false because the market doesn't react anymore. It doesn't care. It's all priced in and maybe not even priced in, but desensitized. And we know that traditional investors or, institutional investors are the only ones that really care for that because of the risk, right? And risk, when you think of risk, you got to think about insurance, right? And you got to think about the insurance premiums in the sense that, like, if they're going to start getting involved in crypto, what type of insurance are they going to need when there's no assurances? There's no clarity. Clarity will provide assurances, right? And if there's no assurances, they need insurance. Well, where are they going to get the insurance from? Well, from the Clarity Act. So it's too risky. Why do people need insurance? Because of risk. Why do you need car insurance? Because of the risk you take on the road, right? Well, this road is very risky. And institutionals are not going to go and take that risk without insurance or assurances. So that's the only reason. And if institutions are already forward thinking, which most of them are, why? Because they have access to data and information that we would never get a hold of, right? They are preparing. And if they're preparing, they're doing it quietly. What do I mean by that? They're doing it passively enough that the charts don't show it. And we're seeing we would see accumulation, that is so like undetectable by the naked eye that we would have no choice but to look at on-chain metrics. And this is where on-chain analysis does help. We've been seeing that a lot of Bitcoin has been accumulated. In fact, we've reached the peak of accumulation of Bitcoin since 2013. That's something that people are not a lot of people are talking about. However, yesterday we've seen a huge dump in Bitcoin ETF. So it's like we're getting mixed messages, but who's to say that those people are not selling there and buying on chain or something like that to manipulate markets? Look at this. This thing's coming down still, guys. I'm sweating. Guys, something that you don't know about me. When I trade the lower time frames, especially scalping like 3 minute to 1 minute, I start to I start to sweat, guys. I hate it. 3 showers, 4 showers a day. It's annoying. I hate it. I don't like trading lower time frames. I go as low as a 15-minute structure, 5-minute execution, and that's about it. There's no more for me with regards to any of that. And you got to admit too, like this news was, caused the volatility on the lower time frame, but this news could have caused a lot of people to get into longs, and that's hunted liquidity. I got into longs before even knowing about the news. I knew there was something happening. I knew something was coming out because I saw the market react pre-market open like crazy, like it did yesterday. And pre-market open volatility happened yesterday because of the ETF outflows. Now pre-market volatility is happening because of the Orange Swan events in the Middle East, right? It's fine. But you could tell that something's boiling up based on the charts, right? So this is what we got to anticipate. This is why market open is important. Okay, so that is what it is. There are so many sub-laws in the Clarity Act for banks' protection. 309 pages. Yeah, the Housing Act. What does that have to do with the Housing Act? What is there a Housing Act for the 15-minute cities and nothing to do with crypto? Yeah, that's kind of funky. I don't understand that. They're trying to sneak that in or something like it's kind of weird. Clarity Act and then have housing. It's kind of strange, to be honest. And then, I don't know if you watched the meeting. I don't forget what it's called. I'm not a political guy. I apologize. So I don't know what they did. But they got into that scenario where they voted on different amendments and things like that. A lot of them didn't pass. A lot of them didn't pass. And I don't know what's going to end up passing and not passing. Banks are trying to protect their industry. They're trying to protect their business model. And banks, so far, they control politics. Why? Because they control the money. But as soon as we start to see that, maybe crypto could also control politics, that's when you start to see crypto become a mature asset, in my opinion. Right? Politically, even with the FTX, it's an institution that tried to control politics, and they did a good job at it, never mind, until they went bust. But the reality is that money controls politics. And who controls the money? Well, the institutions, whatever the institution is. So at this point, yeah, banks are trying to cling on for dear life, and until they realize if you can't beat them, join them. And I think that one day that will happen. They'll realize you're not going to win here, because the internet is literally communication, and unless you're going to ban communication, yeah, you're not going to win. You're going to ban communication in the Western world. I don't think that's going to happen, especially when you have, one of the richest men in the world protecting communication and offering the freedom of speech. So I really don't know how that's going to work out. Okay, guys, we're approaching that point of interest right now where the bull stepped in. So let's see how that gets defended as a liquidity zone. Yeah, it's important that we get some action out of there. And if not, guys, I don't know what to tell you. We're about 20 minutes in the market open already. It's 9:50. Let's see. Tau should be on in about half an hour anyway. Yeah, but what does this have to do with housing? The truth is nothing. Nothing. It is what it is. It is what it is. Dang. Let's see what's going on with dominance. It's a chart that I don't really talk about much. Let's see what's going on. We're going to keep it chill now. We're going to cool off here and just coast and yap. How's that, guys? If you have any topics or anything that you want me to yap about, feel free to let me know. It's a yap session going forward. Ooh, dominance. Okay. Let's talk about this. So, guys, is this an altcoin season? Is this an altcoin season? Where are the trolls? Is this an altcoin season? This is the problem, guys. Most people don't understand what an altcoin season is. Is Bitcoin outperforming altcoins right now? Based on its market cap, a 1% dip in Bitcoin is huge in comparison to the entirety of the crypto market. This is why Bitcoin dominance is falling. Bitcoin, in relative to altcoins, is looking like absolute gargar. What does that stand for? Garbage. Okay? Bitcoin looks like absolute garbage in comparison to altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is falling. Let's get some more confirmations, hey? Why don't we? How's it going, bro? We got Tao stepping in. How's it going, buddy? You're live. Look. No, all good. All good. How's it going? You doing good? You ready to go live? Okay, not bad. If you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, all good.
Starting in about what is it, like 25 minutes? So I thought I might as well get on here.
Okay, yap, and then we'll start you up on a new stream. You'll take a 5-minute break and go live again, I guess. Okay, what we're talking about is this a possible alt season? How do we define alt season? Ooh, it's scary, huh? Tough conversation, and that's what I like to tackle. Scary conversation. So I just finished showing the Bitcoin dominance. I don't know if you saw. Is this an alt season? Yeah, is this an alt season? Look at Bitcoin dominance. But it's happening. but wait, hold on. Altcoins are not pumping. They're not in price discovery. How is this an alt season, Mr. Tao? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't get it. People don't get what alt season really is. It's just, alts are just doing better than Bitcoin right now. It doesn't mean that they're pumping to the moon. It's just, it's better. You're better off right now putting your capital into alts. Not because I think they're pumping. It's just because the average good alt that you did research on and you like the fundamentals that have good structure, you know, the near protocols, the hyperliquids, the Zcashes, I don't know, whatever you're into, they're doing better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is falling. And this is the 4-day. I'm just throwing it out there. This is not the 5-minute, guys. This is the 4-day chart. So could we put this off as a check mark that maybe this is a sign of an altcoin season? And again, the term altcoin season, people are not loving that because they think altcoin season means crazy bullish price action and craziness. I just want to see what this is showing us right now. Look how we floated back into here. Alt season right here. By the way, guys, this is the cryptocornerterminal.com. All the alpha you need right here if you want to go take a look. Okay. Look at that. What else could we look for to give us some evidence that altcoins are doing better than Bitcoin? What would you look for, Tao?
To change something.
Oh, good. Well, what?
Can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. No worries. Yeah, no worries.
Out and then I'll be
I would be looking for others. Okay, I would be looking at others because others represents, you know, the others of the market. Okay, what that means is excluding the top 10.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, the top 10. So if you exclude the top 10 from the equation, you're excluding Bitcoin, you're excluding Ethereum, XRP, but most people, when they really want seasons, they want to see the small cap micro caps run. Right? That's what we really want. It's supply, and then we're on an altcoin season, right? This would more of that indication that that's what's happening. Dominance, this is great. Relative to what Bitcoin's doing, this is looking good. We got to admit. And Bitcoin represents the largest portion of the total market cap. The largest portion. So right now, do you think that total would be falling or rising? Without even looking at it, think about it. Total should be falling while others is doing okay and dominance is falling. That's because Bitcoin is falling, but alts are not, because look at dominance. Look at this altcoin dominance, which is the total, the others dominance. This is okay. It's still fine. There's no worry here. It's not making a lower low. It's not rolling over. It's not doing anything. In fact, it's still within range and it could break out in transition, right? From bearish, sideways. It could be a bear flag continuation. I know you shouldn't be doing typical TA on here, but why not? Because ultimately, if we break up and we start moving, guys, then what? Alt season on or not? Right? Sorry?
Like, look at the daily on that. The daily.
Yeah, it's fine. Looking okay. I was looking at the 4-day.
Even yeah, look at the extension from the low. Right, went to the GP. Yeah, so grab your fibs.
From the low, from the bottom too.
Yeah, to the high. And then apply your extension.
Oh, I do it the opposite way. Well. So hold on, let me see. So you're extending. Hold on, sorry. You should be doing this. Right now we're at the golden pocket. This is what you're looking for. If we're at the golden pocket, so it could be a rejection point. I'm not, based on golden pocket, that's fine. But we're still not. You were at range highs. Like, okay, it could be a negative thing. Your value.
Low you had is wrong. You have to put it down to the wick.
You include wicks on your extensions?
There's a wick all the way down. Yeah.
It all depends.
You just have a retracement.
It all depends, because are you going to use this wick down here? Oh no.
Yeah.
See, I would never use that wick. A lot of people don't use wicks. Some people use wicks. If you study, for example, fair value or a discount zone, there's a whole conversation on whether you should use wicks or not to define discount. So I tend to not use wicks like that. I tend not to because it's deceiving. This could have been manipulation. This could be whatever.
When was that? What was that? What day was
That
that?
was who knows, September. Yeah.
October 10th?
No. Or was it October?
10th?
Was this October 10? Hold on. Yeah, it was 10/10. This is the 10/10
Yeah, it
one.
was October
Yeah,
10th.
I wouldn't even include that for me personally.
Yeah, no.
So
never
I would
mind.
say range lows.
Crazy wicks like that.
Right. I don't use wicks too
Go
much.
ahead.
Bodies are actual form of acceptance where the market accepted the level because that's where you close the candles. Where wicks, of course, they hunt liquidity and they're fine, but it all depends on how you want to define your discount zones. Discount zone, 50% retracement begins discount, but if you're going to include wick, it's going to shift everything. There's a whole theory on this, a whole debate on this. I really don't care for precision. And then you get all those people that are very precise on how to use indicators. I don't. What I'm looking at is that this is at range highs right now, more or less. And if it breaks out, we're going to extend. We're going to extend and we're going to break out of this. This is what you got to be looking at. That's it. If we extend, we're moving up. This is a falling broadening type of wedge type of scenario. And this is how reversals are made, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. And if it happens, the question is, are we in an alt season after that? If it happens, could we say that Bitcoin is outperforming or are altcoins outperforming Bitcoin? This is the topic of conversation right now because most people don't realize that an altcoin season is just when alts are outperforming Bitcoin. That's it. Doesn't mean that they have to pump. Okay, hold on. Let me just do this CAPTCHA. I don't understand why they do this to me, my life. Like, I am a human. I promise. Sometimes I'm not, but okay. That's that. That's that. So again, the whole thesis. Again, more CAPTCHA. Holy. It is 10 o'clock. So by 10:30, we should see how's Bitcoin doing. Hold on, this CAPTCHA.
Man, it's still just chilling at the lows. I mean, ETH's doing better
gross.
than Bitcoin at least.
Yeah, well, another reason why we could call this an altcoin season. Yeah, ETH is not pumping, but at least it's not dumping. Why is it not dumping? Because there's no more sellers. There's no more aggressive sellers.
Altcoins that are up for the day.
Yeah.
Like, craziness.
So if you expect Ethereum to dump, you got to ask yourself, who would be selling here? People that are in profit. How many people are in profit right now in Ethereum? Ask yourself. Look who's in profit on this Ethereum chart right now? Only people that brought from down here, pretty much, and there's not many. Okay, and they're OGs, and they're probably not going to sell. Okay, so this is the reality. Anybody that bought within this entire range pretty much is not in profit on Ethereum and is not going to be selling because there's nothing to sell. If anything, they'll capitulate and sell on a loss, but that should cause a spike of buys ultimately. But reality is, I don't see anybody selling here. I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways on Ethereum all summer long, to be honest. What do you think, Tao? Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that would be crazy, man.
It would be time-based capitulation.
I feel like we're really at an important zone right now. We're at the point of control for the range. If we lose it and just come back to value, then yeah. I wouldn't say until all summer. Well, okay, wait. What's your definition of summer? July, June?
Starting now till August, mid-August.
I'd be surprised if until, let's say, mid-June, we're really just, or even end of June, we're really just consolidating. But I don't like to make those.
I don't either. But based on the time, the business cycle, it makes sense that market the year end pumps bullish, and especially Trump. He's gonna want that.
Oh, man, if we were betting on what Trump wants.
I know. But remember, Trump does want this. Look at the stock market. Do you see the stock market today?
Well, the stock market, yeah, it's going
So
crazy.
Trump is doing his job, right? He's the crypto president, sure, but the traditional markets are killing it. He's doing exactly what he said he would do from a traditional perspective. Now let's see what he does for crypto.
We have to see like what's cost of living, for example.
Fair,
How's that going for
fair,
them?
and he's inflation is gonna be something that needs to be dealt with, of course, and that's global. It's not just hold on, I got a message, but you can take
Because
over.
when you think about it like that, who has the money to really be able to purchase these risk-on assets when people can barely afford, let's say, housing or food? Who's going to be able to actually invest money and take on risk?
Right.
So that's one issue that I'm seeing. It's okay, let's say traditional markets are pumping. That's all going good. Retirements are up. People 50 years ago, they're probably doing great on their 401ks. But how about the new generation, which is more deep into crypto? They're more like they're a better audience for crypto.
Sure.
How are they doing?
They're not doing good.
And
But
yeah,
that's what you
that's
kind
my
of want,
issue
no?
because I'm
Don't you
like,
kind of want that?
I would want for them to have the money to be able to purchase crypto to create that
Hmm.
liquidity within the markets.
And do you
It's
believe?
similar to COVID 2020,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
When all that money came out, what was it called? I forgot the name. But
The
when all those
stimulation.
checks came
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
like
The
stimulants. What happened then? That's when the market started going really well, started pumping.
hmm.
Everything was going great because we had money. We had money within the
But
markets to take
inflation
risk.
was going crazy.
At least they're getting money instead. So even if
Mm-hmm.
inflation was going crazy, people had the money to still be able to purchase. But now markets are up, but what money does the young generation have?
None,
Nothing, in
because
my
we're
opinion.
dealing with the inflation that came out during COVID. That's what we're digesting right now. We're paying for it now. We always pay for it later. We don't pay for it instantly. We're paying for that inflation now.
I agree with that.
So what Trump is doing is taking the long-term approach. It's painful now, but we'll get the benefit later. Ideally, hopefully, if his plan goes to, what he's planning to do. Now, the youth doesn't have.
The plan goes well
Me
because
too. Me too.
it would be better for the people too,
Right.
but at the same time, then why would you focus on a war right now, and when gas prices are double what they used to be? How's that gonna
Um,
help inflation?
it's not. The war
So
is not for inflation. The war is for control. That's all it
but that's my
is.
point. I'm saying, how's that gonna help inflation when gas prices are almost double? Even though America is
Hmm.
one of the largest oil reserves, why don't you open that up so gas prices can come? Listen, I'm not a politics guy. I don't
No,
know all this, but
I know, but again,
it's
it's not. If you look at the intent of the war, in my opinion, it's all about control. It's not about economics or short-term economics. It's long-term economics. Control the long-term economics. He wants to control the oil supply. It's clear. It's very clear. He wants to control the Western Hemisphere, which is fine, understandable. He wants Cuba back. He wants Panama back. He wants Venezuela back. He wants to control the Western Hemisphere, and he can't have any dependencies on any other countries that are controlling energy. It's clean. It's clear, right? It's fine. It's going to be painful. I understand. Hopefully he's right, that orange swan. Hopefully, but if he's not, it's a bit of pain. But you have to understand is, now if you go to market mechanics, the market is not here to reward everybody. So for us to think that it's going to reward all the youth and all the young people, it's not going to do that. Just because you're young, you're not going to get rewarded. What's going to happen is the young people that go and hustle and get 3 jobs and allocate their capital appropriately, those are the ones that are going to get rewarded. It's like in a depression and a recession. That's where millionaires are made. But nobody has money. But that's where millionaires are made. What are you going to do about it? So like Warren Buffett's and all these guys, you go when the blood is on the street, you go when it's the hardest times to raise capital is because there's no money. There's no money supply. And when there's no money supply, it's hard to become a millionaire because you have no money. But if you can figure it out and hustle, that's where you make the most amount of money. Those are the people that actually win. Now, it has nothing to do with age. Young people are suffering. I understand that. It's not easy for a lot of people. Housing and cost of living and all of that. But this is where hustlers win, right? And they take chances in the right times and moments. So right now, crypto represents the hustle. It's the truth. It represents the hustle. You're going to take risk. You're going to allocate appropriately. You're going to, I'm not saying to go all in here, guys. Let's be real. You got to passive, slow and steady, accumulate, do your thing. It's still an emerging market. It still could be the ticket, to actually, help out. But right now, the traditional markets are outperforming crypto by leaps and bounds, as you can see, even as Bitcoin keeps on falling right here as I speak. So, it is what it is, guys. There's no money, and I understand. But people are making money. Look at the stock market, right? And bond yields are going up, which means people want yield on their dollar. So I don't know. Tough call. Traditional markets right now are giving mixed signals. What is the Russell doing today? Curious.
Think about NQ, because that's just been like melting up.
This is look, the Russell's more important to me, but yeah, NQ's killing it. The 1.5%. Melting price action is like that. If we could keep on melting, who knows how long?
High every day.
Just let it melt. Then the question is, when people are filthy rich on the traditional markets, what are they going to do with that money? We can be creative here. What would people do with that money once people made a lot of money on gold and silver and NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, Dow Jones, oil, all of that. Once they made lots of money, what are they going to do next? They're going to buy luxury goods. And if you look at the actual definition of a luxury good, investing is a luxury. If you think about what investing is, it's a luxury to be able to afford an investment because you're using not disposable income. You're not using money that you need. Money you need is for food, shelter, clothing, health care. Money you don't need is excess. That is what gets put into investments. And then you have the trickle effect. You get into investments that are not as risky, and you trickle all the way down to risk. Well, people are clearly investing into stuff. Look at the traditional markets are melting. Now, as soon as these guys are wealthy, they're going to start getting onto the risk curve. And it starts, let's take a vacation, let's buy a Rolex, let's buy a Lambo, that's fine. But I don't want the party to be over, so let's get on the risk curve and look for other opportunities to keep my money working. Now, what are my options? Do I get into bonds? Do I get into cash? Or do I get into more speculative assets? And that's where, Russell will continue moving, and that's where crypto might pick up and tap into some of that capital based on that rotation. Right now, it's not happening. Essentially, the traditional markets are sucking liquidity out of Bitcoin. People rather be in the traditional markets right now. I understand why. It's the same way why Bitcoin sucks liquidity out of the alts when Bitcoin pumps. The same reason. It's that mechanism. In a bull run, when Bitcoin pumps, altcoins drop temporarily. And then when people make a lot of money on Bitcoin, they rotate back into the altcoins, and altcoins pump so much harder because there's such a small market cap that they pump like crazy, right? And then people take profit because they de-risk, and then they look for the next move. Either they rotate into other altcoins that are at the bottom, or they get back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin pumps again. And then it rotates back and forth, back and forth. So what we want to do is see this back and forth thing happen in traditional markets and crypto. We want that back and forth to happen. And that's usually where we start to see the capital rotation out of traditional finance. So that's what I would be looking for as the market right now. Dump olas. Jeez. Let's see. Are we holding? at least this range. We got 15 minutes, and then the power hour is over.
Yes.
Nothing happened. No opportunity. Short, which was not even the greatest short, to be honest. Let's see, you got 15 minutes for power hour.
Price action this morning.
Sorry?
This morning, man. It's like taking both sides out in like 15 minutes.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
It did that yesterday too. Because of the sell-off, the ETFs outflows were crazy apparently yesterday. And that's what happened at 10:30. And then this morning now with the Middle East situation, people don't even know how to take that anymore. Wasn't it bullish news that they're coming out with some sort of agreement, peace deal or something? Is that supposed to be bullish?
I thought so too, but
like, I don't understand.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
So what we got to do is trade short the bullish news and long the bearish news? Is that what we got to do? There's this inverse relationship. Insanity.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you look back on all the, like major like wars and economic like decision time making, whatever you want to call it, but economic problems like COVID, whatever it was over the last 5-6 years, usually Bitcoin after 14 or 30 days does well after those
so
news
digesting
happen.
time.
So
you need some time to digest.
Yeah, that it takes it. And it's similar to gold, because gold as well, it does well too when you have, a lot of uncertainty within the market. So it's there's some sort of correlation there. I don't know if that's the cause behind it, right? Because correlation isn't causation. We have to.
Well, that's why a lot of people don't trade news.
I don't recommend trading news.
I don't either. I don't recommend it either. And that's why this morning I was like, what's going on? The market knows something that I don't. You can tell. It's pre-market volatility like that at 8:30 in the morning, an hour before market open. It's like I envision like a bunch of horses at the racing at the starting line of a race, ready to start flying, and they're pushing and they're pushing and they're pushing. Well, something's up. Somebody knows something, and I'm looking on X and I couldn't find anything. So you know what I decided? We're gonna invite a new crypto crew member. Okay, what's his name? I don't know if his name is Walter from Bloomberg. He was recommended by Padrao. Walter from Bloomberg. We're going to invite him to be our next crypto crew member to see if he'll join, because we need that news fresh out of the oven.
In the Discord?
No, bro, it's a joke. I knew it. You can't catch it. You can't catch my sarcasm.
Bro, I was like, who?
You know
what?
I've noticed that you're like that. You can't catch what I'm like. You can't read between the lines. I got to spell it out to you.
Listen. No. Well,
it's Walter from Bloomberg. Bloomberg News is gonna join the Crypto Corner crew. Is that
I didn't get. That's why I was so weird. I'm like, what type of branding is that? Like,
okay, whatever.
It says Walter from Bloomberg.
Whatever.
When you make it, tell, but this is your special sarcasm.
It is a special. It's not even that good. It's not even that funny, right? There's borderline dad jokes, but whatever. It's so good. I have some fun. And while we're getting liquidated, you have a little bit of fun. What do you think, guys? Smash the like button, guys.
For sure.
Smash the like button as we do have some fun. Retweet, repost, do your thing. We have a bit of a goal here. Okay, we got 2 subscribers in the last hour. We would appreciate if you give us a little bit of support here. Smash the like, subscribe. We want to hit a 1,000 subscriber goal. It's not going to happen overnight. We're very aware of that. Okay. But we're going to grind here. We're going to do our best. If it takes a day, it would be great. But if it takes a year, that's fine as well. We'll be here. And as soon as we reach that 1K goal, I'm going to be giving away a bunch of subscriptions to the premium at the BTD Crypto Discord. Okay. So what I mean is, obviously, my name is Mike, guys. I'm live at BTD Crypto, the other channel that I got going on. We're trying to grow this one right now for the crew, but we have a Discord that's packed, jam-packed, and it's free, but there is a premium section for those people that want focus and to level up. So links are in the description if you want to join the free Discord. hard. But I'm going to be giving away some free premium passes once we reach our goal. I'm going to be paying attention to who's actually supporting us here on the channel, because we need some of that support, guys. Help us help you. Help us help you. That sounds like a used car salesman or some sort of ShamWow commercial. Help us help you. Okay, what are we looking for here, Tao, to get bullish? What would we want from a market?
Oh man, on what time frame?
Anyway, maybe the 5-minute or the 15-minute, something that we can trade for the day.
5-minute, man. We need to make a higher high here. We had a nice higher low coming down.
Give me a number above what? 75, 200.
We need to get a higher high above. Yeah, exactly. 250.
Yeah, I would say same. So
we're at the value area low of that range. So if we can get another push up, okay, not as ugly as before.
Yeah.
But this dump today, horrible.
Yeah, and if you get out on the higher time frames, like if you look at the 6 hour, which we already discussed, so I'm not going to bring it up again. This horizontal range at 75K is brutal. If it doesn't hold, we got to run for the hills, because we officially hunt trendline liquidity. We officially, again, for those of you just chiming in right now, I'm going to put it up on right now. It's this that's the biggest problem. Okay, this right here is gross. Okay, this. Because if we break below 75, we start to hunt all of this on the left. And we rolled over. And I know a lot of you right now are screaming at the screen saying, Mike, that's a head and shoulders formation. I can see it. Yeah, well, that's the way head and shoulders are made. Okay, we get these scenarios. But this is the neckline. If we can hold above, it's support. If we break below and accept, guys, run for the hills. We're coming down in a big way. We're going to hunt all of this. Okay, get ready for liquidation. I have 3 open orders right now, 3 open positions on Bitcoin, and I'm ready to get liquidated. Ready. How about that? How about you, Tao? Ready to get liquidated or what?
Oh.
I'm ready to get liquidated. That's it.
Listen, I'll keep the liquidations for you. You can keep the liquidations, man. I don't want to get liquidated.
What? Well, we're called the liquidation crew for a reason. You know, the liquidation crew is where we get liquidated on bullish news. Honestly, like, what the heck is going on? Bullish news, there's peace in the Middle East, and we're getting liquidated. Bro. No, it's not the way.
That's literally the way.
I don't want that way. I'm tired of that way. No more. It's not the way. Let's get this bounce going. How many of you guys are long right now?
If we just continue with the bear market for the next a year or two, Mike. Oh, so much pain, bro.
Yeah, and you know, it's not only that; it's the sentiment regarding even like communities, social media, YouTube channels, and this channel and those channels. You know, crypto is going to become, yeah, really bad. I'll be live every day. We'll be live, getting trolled and getting destroyed. Right? It's fine. We'll be here looking for pumps and calling altcoin seasons as Bitcoin dumps. It is what it is, right? But we can't deny the facts. Others is up 1% today.
Another low right now.
Breaking down. And others. I told you, 75K. Get ready for liquidation, guys. The liquidations are coming.
That lower high right at the imbalances, that was the ugliest thing we could have seen.
This is so exciting, guys. You know, we should be live every time during the power hour and get liquidated together. Hold hands and just get liquidated.
Well, bro, stop saying it. You're making it happen. This guy's, oh my god, man.
Look at this. It's beautiful. Look at the dominance. Look at the dominance. The dominance is also coming down for liquidations. Look, Bitcoin dominance is falling, guys. Altcoin season on. Could you imagine if you sold your Bitcoin
season and we're down 90%? Like, it's like Bitcoin's down 95 though. So
you know, the thing is guys, if you're in the right altcoins, they're holding up better than Bitcoin. This is how you have to interpret this. Okay, I know we're having some fun here, of course. We have to. We have no choice. Or what else are we going to do? But the truth is that if you're looking at other alts and some of the strength, they're holding up relative to Bitcoin. That's the only reason why someone like me would be saying this is an alt season. But there's a lot of dumpage happening right now across the space. VVV is up 6.5%. We got Arweave up 6.5%. We got a few others that are doing good, you know, up. But the reality is that, you know, even Knight 3%, but the rest of the market is down. And the reason why this thing is falling is because Bitcoin is a large cap, and a 1% move on Bitcoin is painful in comparison to a 10% move on a micro cap that's, you know, sub 50 million. You get what I mean? So it's all because Bitcoin has strength and because of its market cap that right now altcoins are looking great in comparison. But reality, guys, oof. Okay, so just oof. That's all I got to say. Are we making more lows?
Markets are so slow. It's like, okay, aside from these last 2 days, like, what, in a couple hours you get a 0.5% move? Like, come on.
Look at this, guys.
Where's that volatility?
Let's get liquidated. You know,
so I'm going.
So you know what I like? You know, if I call liquidation, you know, maybe it will go the opposite way. Maybe if I'm like excited.
Oh man.
Why don't we pretend we're in shorts? This is what we should do, guys. Whenever you go short, whenever you go long, just you know, pretend you're in a short. And just be excited. Okay, we're coming down. We're coming down. Liquidation. And then maybe we'll go the opposite direction. Look at this. Okay, guys, we're gonna get liquidated. Ready? Holy smokes! Liquidations are coming, guys. This is bad.
Mike, can you go ahead and check? What do you think on Drift? We're down 15%.
Well, Drift was a good gainer, and if you didn't take profit, you're asking for trouble. You know that. You did well. You did well.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure you took some profit. You defended yourself at least. Good.
No.
The
entire run just
that would be great.
Yeah, round trip. That there's no way. No, that would be that. Those are the mistakes of the past.
This is
you know,
this is true. You did well. You know, boom, and then straight down. Crazy.
That second sweep was really the defining factor there.
But you're still okay. Like, yeah, look at that. It range lows is the target.
Of course, I'm in from the lows.
Yeah, the range lows right now is where it's most likely going to come. There's no doubt.
Pith, Mike.
Yeah, Pith.
I got in a short last night.
Oh,
so
yeah, all shorts are doing good right now. I'm not looking at shorts right now. I want to get liquidated. That's what I'm looking for, is liquidation.
2x long at the same time. So if you want to get liquidated.
Yeah, I'm looking for liquidations, guys. This is a new strategy now that we have here at the Crypto Corner. If we look for liquidations, we'll pump. This is the inverse. We look for the inverse, and then we'll pump. Any liquidations ready to be had? And if you think about it, kind of like that's what you kind of should be doing, is looking for liquidation. If you think about it logically, right? Like, you want to be buying where people are getting liquidated. If you think about it. So where would people get liquid?
Hornet's exactly right. He's like long the tops and short the bottoms.
Exactly.
That's the way.
That's the way.
That's the way.
See, we got the crew. We're all on the same page.
And Borg says, and Borg's saying, I'll tell you what, I'll close 10% of my long, put into a short. 1,000% chance it's gonna pump.
You see?
So Borg's gonna save us.
Okay, do it, Ben. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Let's get those liquidations happening. Margin calls are coming in, guys. My phone is going off the hook. Okay, margin calls are coming. We're getting cooked here. It's fine. Let's get cooked. We get cooked together on a Wednesday.
This is really a skill, Mike.
What, to get cooked?
Like being able to take loss is really a skill. I'm getting liquidated. It's a huge skill.
I'm an expert, bro. You don't know. I got a degree in taking L's. I am full. I got every certificate at the community college, right next to my liberal arts degree and my what is it, creative writing skills 101 degree. I have ready there, and liquidation. I have trophies and everything on my shelf. Look at this. Okay, but we are coming to a perfect level. This is an interesting.
The range low of the low of the low.
This is interesting because this is where the last time bulls stepped in, okay? And it has to be defended, or else forget it. Look at the tweezer bottom. Look at this right here. This is where the last time bull stepped in. So if it's not defended, guys, we're cooked. It's done. And this is a good volume move. Sure. Great volume, right? Loving it. Okay, he's short. Okay, he's coming in.
You're loving it too much.
Ben's short. Okay, he's coming to save us.
Don't sweat.
Holy smokes. I'm an expert, guys. If you're looking to learn how to lose from an expert, I'm your guy. Okay? I'm professional loser. I've been told, guys, that I'm a big loser. I don't know, but I've been told by many people multiple times. People that I love, people that I care about, been telling me that I'm a big loser. Holy smokes. Tao, you're supposed to go live right now.
I'm supposed to be live 15 minutes ago. Just continue it. It's good. Just continue.
But your format, your live, your thing. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, you want to take over a little bit? I'll put your screen up and you can yap a bit. Give me a break.
I can do that.
Okay, let's do that. Let me get your screen up. Yeah. I don't know if you're sharing already. Let me take a break and handle my liquidations in peace a little bit here. Let's see if I can find. Hold on.
Can you see my screen now?
I gotta remove mine. No, not this. Hold on. I forget how to use all this. Scenes. I can't see yours yet. Are you sharing something? Oh, you're sharing it the wrong way. Yeah, you're sharing it the wrong way. You did this mistake last time.
Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah. I thanks a lot.
You keep on making the same mistakes. You know what that by definition, you know what that is. You know what that's called, right? Okay, anyways, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. All right, you take over. I'll stay quiet, I promise, as best as I can. I promise, as I get liquidated.
No. It's okay, dude. You're yapping, Mike. Oh, man, Bork, look at that. All the buying. Smokes. I swear you shorted the low, Bork. What happened? Let me see exactly when did you short. Oh, I can't see the timestamp on that. My break even on the short is 74703, so bounce off that level plus or minus 20. That was literally the bottom.
We have another professional in the chat. Professional liquidation
craziness,
hunter. Love it. This is amazing.
What's funny is that was literally the bottom too, so it's even. Yeah, I swear. Oh man, are we coming back into value for today?
Yeah, we're coming. As soon as we get liquidated, that's what happens. You didn't know that? You get a good spanking, and then you go. It goes. It's fine.
Only good thing right now. So I want to see possible higher low back into this imbalance for that second continuation. Then we see these range highs, how we react there. But that's literally the only zone that we can hold. If we don't hold this, man, we're coming for another low. That's signs of acceptance one more time. So the only level will be this trendline liquidity down here. Even this isn't that powerful. I mean, I'm on the 1 minute right now, guys. So keep that in mind. Oh, man. Okay, let's go over our projects that we usually go over. Okay, number 1, Pith or Pyth. What do you call it? Pith? Pyth?
I call it Pith, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Okay. So, guys, one more time. So, yesterday we got the breakdown here. And we came as low as the value area low on this lower time frame range. So, let me turn off my music, guys. There we go. So my main thing now is as we came up to the point of control, I started getting into short. So I'm short from right around this level right here, right? From these levels right here. I'm on a 20x. So it's 10 times more than my 2x long. And the point is, it's just a hedge, guys. Because when I saw this, when we were coming up here last night, I obviously went to bed right here. So this went all the way up here. But guys, you can clearly see we got a little bit of a sweep. But what's more important is we continuously are building trendline liquidity at these highs, right? And What I'm not right now watching for is one of two things. Whether we can come down and make equal lows, so coming back down to these range lows, which if Bitcoin continues dumping, there's a pretty good chance that will happen. But number two, there's still the possibility of holding this higher low, right, guys? We're just right on the golden pocket. We're lining up with this previous balance range high. So if we continue and we can get a nice consolidation on this, that will be perfect. But right now, we can already see signs of potential rejection. Let's see. Do you have imbalances over here? Okay, I will say something. I will 5 minutes. We do have some imbalances, so that is something we do have to keep in mind. How's the volume candles? Yeah, I mean, delta's there on these candles. Guys. That's pressure is there and it's being seen. So I'm currently just holding this short to see if we can come down to equal lows. Perfect. I'll use that short to add to my long later on. And that'll be one way that I can accumulate without taking on any more risk. Says check Discord. You can see my entry. Let me go on Discord. But okay, let's also lock in, see what's happening.
I'm watching my liquidations.
Oh, that's amazing. Mike, look at that entry.
Yep, it's perfect. He's short? Oh, perfect.
Literally from the bottom.
That's what we need. That's the talent. He should be a crypto crew member. Forget what's his name.
I'll give up. Yeah. Forget me. Take over my streams, man. Hey, what's happening with drift? Drift, guys, listen. I mean, Mike, I think he went over a little bit, but guys, we're back at these range lows, right? So my main thing was I was hoping last night that we could hold this area for consolidation before a second move higher. That was going to be the main thing I was going to be looking for. Unfortunately, we obviously didn't hold this, right? We came back up for one more move at this high, swept that level, and then look, if you guys look at our imbalances, look at this. So many bearish imbalances suddenly at once. If you look at volume increase at this range as well. And even if you look at the volume moving average, you can see that increase in volume happening. So obviously Delta was backing that. There was a lot of volume behind that. So guys, to be honest, no bueno there for drift. I'm not liking that too much. What I want to see is for these range lows to be held. Because if not, guys, really the main area you're going to see are these lows down here. And guys, keep in mind, these range lows also align with our golden pocket. So this is technically 2 points of interest at the same time. Just FYI for you guys. So aside from that, we are still, this is technically the value area low as well. So keep that in mind. We did reject the value area high. Coming back down, we are at the value area low. You can technically say that this is still, you can still range trade this, right? So if you guys are looking for lower time frame scalps or whatever, I mean, I'm personally not. This is too volatile right now. 15% moves every other day. But be careful because if we do hold this range, we could see another push back up, at least for some sort of lower high. Minimum, you're going to get some sort of lower high if you are able to hold this range and get a nice breakout above this wedge. So the first high here is going to be the most important thing. So what am I going to be mainly looking for? Is these imbalances. I got to see where these imbalances are if this loads. 15 minutes. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be where imbalances are, also lining up with the golden pocket, guys. We're going to have a couple of imbalances here. So general area I would be looking for. Guys, there's also a chance, remember, this balance price range low, this is going to be right at the 3-2. We could also reject here. There's no doubt about it that if Bitcoin starts looking ugly too, even if we get a nice breakout, you can just start rejecting down here and coming back down to these range lows for a second retest. And if we do get that, guys, that's going to be a second test for us of this range low. And that's going to be really ugly for me because I always talk about it. The first test is going to be a lot of times where you get some sort of sharp retracements back down or up, depending on where you are. The second test, however, that's already when a lot of the limits have been taken out. A lot of that resting liquidity has already been gone. Well, it's going to hold you. It's going to be market orders. And you think in a distribution pattern like this one, in which it's clearly from these highs distributing, who's going to get in and take risk? Well, that's something we have to think about, right? I'm not going to say who is and who isn't.
I'm ready to get liquidated. Okay, we're holding though. We're holding a little bit. It's not bad.
Well, even think this is because of TA, man. This is Bork. This is just Bork.
Yeah. He saved it.
Look at that sweep. Higher low, second push, higher high. Now we gotta take out these highs. This is hilarious. Okay. So we talked about drift and pith, guys. So those are the main things because we do have positions on there that we talked about over the last coming days. So let's talk about Solana. Solana.
I like the way you say it with that. Like, it sounds like a Latin accent. Solana. I love it.
Solana.
Sounds exotic.
I'm pretty exotic.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay, guys. So main thing here is going to be the second retracement off this point of control, guys. This is so ugly. Listen, we came back down to the value area low, started rejecting, got one more push higher before rejecting this point of control, and we're below value. But there's one caveat to this, guys. We're technically within range on the lower time frame. We're still consolidating below the value area low. This means one of two things. Number one, if volume continues building, value area low is going to come lower. Meaning what? Meaning fair value is shifting lower. Market participants are saying, I think the fair price for this asset is lower and lower, which is obviously bad because if we want to get that bullish response coming in, well, that's going to be harder once market participants are pricing it in lower. But number two, guys, is we technically, this hasn't accepted below these levels. So keep that in mind. We haven't seen acceptance yet. Remember, we look for three things when we look for acceptance. Number one, price. Number two, time. And number three, volume. So we want to see enough time being spent below the value area low, value area high. We want to see volume being developed below there. And number three, we want to see price making lower lows. Because that's how you know, okay, guys, we are getting that push lower by market participants and they are willing to trade at those lows. Look at this example right here. Last time we came and took out this value area low. How long did we spend below this area? Let's see, from this low right here. In and out in about 10 hours. How long were we within this range? 7 days. So put it into context. Let's look at the volume candles. Delta was really good. Delta was going great. But after this push low, right, we came down to our main area. We didn't get a second lower low anywhere. This is just one impulsive move to the downside, and that was it. We didn't get any sort of lower low, any sort of structure building or anything. That's why I say, guys, when we are within these consolidation periods below it, that's when you can start looking for different opportunities and you have asymmetric risk because you don't need to take as much risk to catch the whole reversal or for that continuation. Now, continuations here, I'll be very careful because you got to get into with scalp risk, like very small stop losses for that continuation lower. I will personally be very careful considering you're below the value area low. But if we're not getting acceptance, guys, well, the next target could be all the way back up to the value area high. So just for scalping, you already have pretty good risk to reward sitting right there. Okay, let's see. USDT. Okay, USDT, another important one, guys. So what do we want to see for USDT, guys? We talked about this. This range high right here, very important zone. If we could retrace off of this and get a continuation, most likely going to lose these lows, right? Clear distribution, head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it. Now, what was the issue, guys? We came up here, right? We came up to these highs. So how would that look like with Bitcoin? Let me actually get Bitcoin up at the same time. So these highs right here, right? Bitcoin right here. What happened is we just started melting down. Like even Bitcoin this morning, guys. If you see Bitcoin at 15, look at this. Complete whipsaw, man. We come back, take out this low, come up, take out this high. Both buys and longs and shorts are getting taken out at the same time before this entire move down. Right? And this huge impulsive move, look how much volume was backing that. Look at all this volume. Look at all the imbalances on this way down. All these imbalances, right? But on the flip side, when we look at this range here, we only had one imbalance, and that was taken out with this sweep, right? So this sweep was the only saving factor. But from these highs, if you look at volume, guys, no real volume coming in here. Delta as well, nothing on the delta. So when we're coming down to these range lows and everything, I want to see volume building for that flip to happen. This by itself was perfect. This move to the downside completely invalidated all that market structure. And that's why personally, even me right now, I got taken out of my long, which is okay. It happens, right? Well, at least I was in a long. I have to go check my position. But you know, that's when you have to look, okay, sometimes you take the risk, but it just doesn't play out. You won't ever have a 100% win rate, and that's okay. But this was very ugly price action in the morning, guys. And that's when the plan for USDT was hoping for, at least one of the scenarios that we had played out, didn't fully hit. Now, it's not like, okay, guys, we can't start retracing now, right? Even technically from its high, we are at this 706. And if this starts rounding off, that could be a potential for us to come back down and see these range highs once again. And I know that's a very tight range. You're like, oh, Tao, what is this? A 0.7% move on USDT. Yeah, but guys, at what point are you going to hold this, right? Because listen, you got this huge impulsive move up, lots of volume backing it on Bitcoin. This is going to be the first zone we want to watch for it to hold. If USDT holds this zone, we'll be careful because it could go for one more move to the upside, breaking these highs. Now, if we start losing these lows, perfect. Why? Because now you have this range low, and now you're back within your consolidation and within your range on the lower time frame. Let me show you how that will look. Let me clean up, man. My charts are always messy. There we go. Okay. This range right here, right? If we can come back into it, that's perfect. Because now, okay, we're at least not holding this higher low for a second move up. Instead, we're coming back to retest the range. It could still mean we could come and break out on either side, but it's going to be much more neutral than holding a higher low, which could have a much higher probability of getting that continuation. So that's my thing on USDT, guys. And remember, even if we zoom out on the 6 hour, this is still within range, right, guys? Like, even if you take this trendline liquidity that's been building for so many months, since when? Since February, the high is going to be up here, right at this range high. That's still a zone that we can hit, right? We're going to get that second push higher. And, you know, technically, it's still going to be a higher high. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, even though we can hope to see and plan for the lower time frame, the higher time frame has a completely different story. So FYI there for you guys. Okay. What's next? Let's talk about ADA. What happened with ADA? Guys, I can't lie. A lot of these projects have been holding up pretty strongly. And because, I mean, I talked about this, like, you're really at the range low of the low of the low. If you go on the weekly on ADA, guys, this is your 2023 lows, 2022 lows as well. Like, where else are you going to go? If you lose this, well, expect the price to come down all the way to 15 cents. You know, that's a big possibility right there. That's going to be one major zone for us. So that's why I'm very careful, right? But when else am I going to take risk? We're at the range lows, we're at the value area low, price is consolidating. I mean, this is why I'm in my long right now on ADA. Now, is there a possibility that we could come lower? Of course. You know, you can't ever not assume the bearish scenario, even if it's less likely. That's how you have to prepare for it. Right? We have all this news happening right now, everything in the Middle East, the Clarity Act, all that stuff that went through. There's so much happening at one time, and look at the price, look at the market. Everything's at its bottom. People are in so much fear. There's so much blood in the market. Everyone's getting liquidated left and right. Prepare. Don't be one of those who's going to get liquidated.
Hey, nothing against people that are getting liquidated.
No.
Okay. Watch what you say here, myself, because there's people out here that are getting liquidated. You're offending me.
Don't worry. Oh my.
What?
But yeah, guys, on this lower time frame, on the 15, we're still within a range. There's nothing wrong with this yet. The only thing that could be really bad is if we start accepting below this value area low. And we talked about it. What are the signs? 3 main things: price, volume, and time. Right? I know Mike loves time as well, because
I love it.
Time really shows you,
how long it takes to get liquidated.
But guys, it's not time.
It shows me how long it takes to get liquidated, bro.
Oh man. But guys, like, this isn't anything like time cycles or anything. What we're really talking about is the market spending enough time below or above a range. I think anyone, even Mike, would agree that's a really important thing. Are you in for a 5-minute wick up?
Yeah, no, it's a form of acceptance, right? It's showing you where the market is digesting price.
Exactly. So we need to see that. We need to see volume coming in. We need to see the price making lower lows and everything, and spending enough time below this value area low. Time perspective, guys, how long have you been within this volume profile range? Let's see. From the beginning to now has been 117 days. That's a quarter, a whole quarter. So is 3 days staying below this range, or 1 week of staying below this range, going to be like, oh, guys, we're accepting below from a time perspective? Of course not. Because we've been in this range for almost 4 entire months. So, guys, really put that into context. when you're looking at the charts, right, especially like charts like this, which are many charts are at the bottom of the range, you've been within these ranges for 4 months. Yeah, you can come and take out the low, no doubt about it. But look for those 3 signs of acceptance that I like to look for when going below the value low. You guys are able to do whatever you want, right? At the end, it's your choice. I'm not gonna say what's right and wrong, but this is what I like to do, right? So, how's our first deviation looking? From a first deviation standpoint, guys, even though we are within short bias from right around these highs up here, the indicator has been calling short bias. We are still within our first standard deviation. Now, why is that important? Because that's showing us where our actual distribution, where the like normal for the distribution will be. So we have two main things that we're going to look at. We have the second standard deviation, the first standard deviation. Within a given distribution or the normal distribution, the first deviation is 68% of times. You're going to be you're going to be staying within 68% of that range, right? So again, what does that mean? That means right now we're within the first deviation. So a pushback up, even to this VWAP at 25 cents, is still going to be within that first deviation. Nothing wrong about that. Okay, coming back down to these range lows, guys. So let's look at volume. Let's look at all that jazz. Let's see. Okay, I want to see signs of divergence. Are we getting divergences? Oh, yes, no, maybe, maybe. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, we are. Yeah. So a little bit of divergences on the 6 hour, guys. I mean, any of these can be invalidated at any moment, so just keep that in mind. Not too much. Daily, even not even oversold or anything yet. Which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But I really, guys, what I really want to see is for us, as we're accumulating, right, for us to round this off and slowly get one sort of higher low before the second push, right? And this could take a couple days, it could take a week, whatever. I mean, I'm in a low leverage long. I don't mind, right? If you're on 100x, that's a whole different situation. That's why I always say, guys, prepare, right? Even when you're getting into 2x from these lows, if price comes back up, let's say even to these highs or even to the value area high, what are you looking at? You're looking at a 15% move. So get into a 2x, wait for structure to build, and then get into more risk. There's no issue with that. I think Mike would agree with me, right?
We talked about that yesterday during the live stream. I actually spent the entire, almost the entire live stream talking about risk management on yesterday's live stream at BTD Crypto.
Oh, really? So you talked about like upping the leverage later on.
Yeah, I talked about margin. What is margin? What is leverage? Perfect. What is position sizing? And, you know, the strategies that you can use, the mechanics behind it. You know, different traders speak about, you know, and how they formulate their risk management differently, but it's all the same. It's all the same. It boils down to the same factors, right? Leverage, margin, and ultimately it affects your position size. And that's it. If you can understand those three basic factors behind the mechanics, you're fine. And then the ultimate umbrella there would be just afford your risk. Just to be able to afford what you're willing to lose. That's it. Afford it. Don't be a hero. Just afford it. You know, and a lot of people, they get into trades where they can't afford the loss. And then that's where things get...
Mike, like you're dancing up and down as you're taking a loss. You're able to take that.
What?
A lot of traders are aren't able to do that.
I'm not able to take any losses right now. Liquidation only. That's it.
Liquidation only. Yeah.
No L's. Liquidations. I am right now. Actually, Ben came in pretty clutch right now with this bottom. He shorted the bottom. He did exactly what we needed.
Actually happened. What happened?
It's doing okay.
Are we pumping?
It's holding, and it looks like it wants to reverse a little bit. I'm waiting for it to reclaim the range, and then we're good. This could be
these highs are going to be.
It could be the sweep. This could have been just a sweep of liquidity, but it's taking too long. So when it takes too long down there, it's like a little bit of an acceptance down there. So maybe continuation down, but you never know, right? At this point.
Balance is on this way up, so that's the only good thing.
You mean on the way down, or you mean on the way down?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the 1 minute.
Oh, okay, that's too short for me. As 5 minute, 3 minute right now, just to see what's going on. But 5 minutes for me is enough. No, it's just holding. It's just holding.
Building, I guess.
Yeah, synergy.
1 minute can be
Yeah,
fun,
I
man.
know,
You
but
get on there and you're like, you have no clue what's happening.
it's too much. It's too volatile.
It's like you're just the
It's too
market
volatile.
pump dump without you. Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's mainly like it's for scalping, really. When you're using the 1 minute, you're using like the volume footprint, you're really looking
Yeah.
for those, like a quick reversal off like a 5-minute candle, you know? Having that lower time frame in mind as well. But that is how it is. Okay, let's look at near, guys. What's happening with near? Near.
After near, do Arweave.
Why is it so near? Are
Yeah.
we?
Yeah,
You want
do
to
it
go over that
because
right now?
Arweave is doing great today. It's up almost 9%.
Oh man, look at that. Back straight up to these range highs.
And Arweave is doing great. So I'm happy about that. And it's relative. It's not great, but because it's not breaking out in price discovery, but relative to what Bitcoin is doing and the rest of the market, it's actually doing okay. I'll take that any day.
I mean, I will say if it's up 10% when everything else is down, that's pretty good. Arweave, holy. Oh man, yeah, with so many bounces at these lows. Mike, do you use the volume footprint on the trading view?
No, I don't use volume footprints at all. No. Sometimes I'll go on
No, not at all.
On like the Market Monkey or whatever. I don't.
MMT.
Yeah, I don't do. It's too much noise for me. Like I try my best to keep my strategy simple, and when it comes to getting liquidated, it's a very easy strategy. It's very easy. You just go in and no. But all jokes aside, look, the truth is you got to pick something that works for you, and I like looking at it. But I've noticed that sometimes it's just too much noise. And for me, it's about finding my R&Rs and that's about it. But I do keep it on the side. Like I have it my tab open so I can peek at it. But I know you use it a lot more. I don't know. You told me not to trust the trading view footprint, but it's not that good.
It's approximate, but Market Monkey, they're the way that they show the footprint is their format. Like they don't even have the imbalances. Like I think I was talking to, I don't even know how to say his name, but the guy, the guy within the group, SCH.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher his name, but if you're watching this, my bad, bro. But
whatever.
So I was trying to get imbalances up on there. What? But I was trying to get the imbalances set up on that, and I couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, okay, this is too much to deal with. I'm just gonna use the trading view one because I mean I gotta show something other people can really use too.
Yeah.
I wish I could go on like let's say XO or Atas or something, but hey, I gotta.
Yeah, no, I like to. We like to keep the tools that we use free, to make it accessible to everybody. We don't want any crazy, subscriptions or anything like that to trade. It's not necessary. Exactly. Every tool that if you're gonna pay money, for TradingView. That's a tool you need, and obviously join a community that you like, that you can kind of hang around with like-minded individuals to navigate space. You might have to pay a little bit for that, but it's worth it if you find the community you like.
Communities are free. Like you can join the Crypto Corner, or sorry, the BTD Crypto Discord completely for free. So that's there too, guys. Okay. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, Mike, I do remember you saying that one of the reasons you don't like using volume footprint is because you think there's too much like data on the screen, and you like to keep trading simple. So I think that's actually a really good point. One thing we have within auction market theory is there's two main ways we can show it. We can show it through market profile, which has three main things. I'll actually show it. I'll show the TPO right now. Where's the TPO? Time price opportunity. There we go. Let me show this to you guys. So this moves on three things. It moves off of here. You guys can see all the letters. So these are different times that the price was moving through these ranges, right? Market profile, for example, you can see this is going to confuse a lot more people, in my opinion. And it shows three main things. It shows time, the price at each time, and time plus price equals volume, meaning that they see where price spent the most time, and that's where they're going to find that volume, right? Now, nowadays, because we have volume data, like back in the 70s, not everyone had access to that. Now we can use volume profile. And to me, guys, teaching volume profiles is a lot easier, showing volume profiles a lot easier, and using it's a lot easier too. So just like Mike says about the volume footprint, coming from the at least AMT in my perspective, right? Which one would I rather use? Would I rather use a volume profile or would I rather use the market profile? Well, you can use any, whichever is easier for you. For me personally, I'd rather use a
Me
volume
too.
profile. Makes stuff much simpler. I don't have to go. Yeah. So that's the reason. So I really like that point, Mike. You told me that before. I thought it was good to bring up. Keeping it simple for yourself is gonna
Yeah,
help
what
you as a
works for
trader.
somebody
Because when
else,
there's
it
too
might
much
not
stuff
work
to
for
look at
you.
one
And
time,
they're able to filter out the noise maybe better,
I agree with
and
that.
maybe you're not. You just got to find something that, is helpful to you. If it's sometimes too much of a good thing, it becomes a negative, right? So I noticed that even having other tabs open and looking at, other platforms or whatever becomes problematic. That's why I created the terminal. Because in order to get all the information I need in the morning, I was jumping around from tabs to websites and all kinds of different things. So I'm like, you know what? I want one place where I can get all the alpha I need in one spot. So that's why I created a terminal. That's why I even created Synergy Signals, so I can get all my indications, all my confluences in one place, and all that type of thing. So you got to spend time with the tools that you need for the job. So without getting too flustered and oversaturated type of thing.
guys, when you're using different tools, I know there's so many indicators on TradingView and everything you guys can use. Like, really, number one, understand what you're using, but number two, don't like cause analysis paralysis because the thing you're using you don't fully understand or you have too many stuff on the chart. Look, for me, I keep myself simple. I have the volume profile, I have my indicator I use when I'm trying to catch momentum moves. I use market structure and I use the footprint every now and then. That's basically it. And I look at volume, right? So keep it simple. And I have different things that I use depending on the scenario. So, Mike does that best, I think. Just always keeps it consistent with it. So that's
Simple.
very good. Okay. What are we yeah, okay, what are we seeing on AR, guys? On R-Weave. R-Weave. So number one, guys, this is really nice, right? We got this first push up, this first impulsive move, came back down all the way back. I'm sure this was back into imbalance of some sort. That's the reason. Maybe not, it might not be obvious on the 6 hour. Yeah, we gotta go down to the 1. This huge block of imbalances, man. Craziness. Yeah. So coming back down to the 1 hour, guys, this is where we actually were able to hold our first low, right? Coming back, building this trendline liquidity over time for this second impulsive move. And you can see, if you look at the volume candles, guys, not too, like, I'm not seeing anything crazy areas except for this, which is the most important one, right? Because this was a range break. And you can see once we got that second range break is where we got that push, right? And that push in volume too. And if you look at Delta, guys, let's take a look at Delta. Yeah, Delta was through the roof, guys. So these are ways that we can use to see, okay, whether breakouts will hold or not. Again, volume delta, volume profile, volume delta, volume candles, and imbalances, where we have imbalances. Okay, we came up to these range highs, guys, tried for the second sweep, similar to a head and shoulders before losing this low, coming down, staying within this consolidatory range. So this is similar to what we have, guys. What was that? I think it was Pyth we're talking about, or ADA. Same thing, guys. We're coming back down to a range. We want to see how it's forming within the range, how it's moving. And depending if it's above or below value area, that's where you can see which way you're going to take out. Let me actually check Python real quick. It's up right now.
What I like
Oh,
is
yeah.
the
Okay. Let
the
me just
the bottom on the trend line that it's been forming. It hunted a little bit of the trend line liquidity, and it looks like it wants to go up for a parabolic move. That's how usually a lot of the times parabolic moves are formed. You get these quick little bounces,
sure.
bounce, and then bang, spring. It's like a coiling up effect.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The main thing for me is we also held this range low with a little bit of a sweep. And if we look at our volume, let's see what volume's telling us, right? Delta. Okay. We have to see how's the footprint. Any sort of imbalances? Yeah, we do actually have imbalances off this lower high, which is pretty healthy, Mike. When we get these like sweeps or anything, we want to see some sort of imbalance. And we didn't get any sort of bullish imbalance here, which is fine. That happens sometimes. But the second move up, once we get the impulsive move, we want to see a higher low with imbalances.
Okay.
And you can see that was right on this trend line. We took it out a little bit. Oh my mouse is broken again. Held these previous imbalances, came up second high before the second continuation, right? And that's where we broke these range highs. So right now, looking at volume candles, guys, volume's actually increasing as we are coming up here. Delta's not doing too bad either. If we want to get a breakout now, we have to see an influx of volume. So I would hold my breath looking for a breakout now. Let's get the 5-minute. I mean, it's consolidating. It is doing something, sort of wedging. But guys, you need to see some sort of imbalance and lots of volume coming in for that breakout. Remember, Delta needs to look good. Everything needs to look good. Imbalances need to be there, which we have. So some of those conditions are already coming true. I want to see how this aligns to Bitcoin, but because it's already diverging by Bitcoin, like it's up 7.75% while Bitcoin's down 1.17, there's a possibility that this is just going to completely diverge. Not a high possibility, but there is that possibility. Mike, do you know if there's any news behind this and why?
What?
Any idea?
Which project? Arweave?
Arweave.
No.
Yeah.
It's a really good from fundamental perspective, and it's a near protocol competitor. So people are looking at it as a proxy.
Oh no, I agree for sure. Oh, Bork says orange cabinet meeting happening starting now.
I'm looking it up right now.
So what is that exactly?
He's probably going to address the news regarding the Middle East or Iran. I'm trying to find something.
My take, there's a lot of bullish sentiments around it, considering of peace deal. As always, the bearish thesis is he convinced him to launch and we go back to war in the next 90 minutes. Oh man, bullish and bearish thesis locked. So there's two ways that we could see that going. War or peace.
Why do I have...
Which one are you a fan of, Mike? War or peace? Do you like war or do you like peace?
I don't know.
Okay, guys.
Can you hear this? No.
What?
I'm playing something right now, but it's...
Michael Pasek, it's an exit pump before bigger dump. What? I gotta reread that. It's an exit pump before
this is not an exit pump. We're dumping already.
I think maybe he's talking about the lower time,
or maybe the higher, like the 6 hour. Yeah, the 6 hour. I'm waiting for that bearish response still before I get bullish. There's no way. It's not time to get bullish right now. You should have been bullish 3 weeks ago when alts started to pump. Now it's like, yeah, it's a little bit late. Maybe, I don't know.
The news is gonna give me whiplash. Haha.
Liquidation.
The last 2 days, man, have you seen that? Oh my. So look at this, guys. Craziness. Like, this is clear that both sides of the chart are being taken out. Like, this is completely manipulated. Look at the volume.
I have ads? I'm trying to find this the thing. I pay. I'm a premium member of the tube, and I have ads. That's crazy.
Your premium?
Yeah, I pay every whatever year, month. I don't know what it is. I'm always. Yeah.
Probably got canceled. I don't think you have to watch ads. I don't know. I wouldn't pay for that.
I pay because I don't want any of that garbage.
But you probably watched a lot, right? Because of the research you do.
Yeah. I just don't like if I'm showing something on a live stream. I don't want ads, but I pay. I've been using the whatever. It doesn't matter. Where's the orange swan? He's not.
Oh, wait. WH. So what would that be? That would be the White House. The Iranian media reports that a memorandum is close, is complete fabrication.
Oh, but aren't they they're the ones that made the announcement this morning? Yeah, Iran was the one that.
Bork knows all this.
Ben,
man.
come on, fill us in, bro. Like you're better than you're better than what's his name from Bloomberg. Walter. I was gonna invite him, but forget it.
When's he coming on?
I don't know. I gotta invite him still. Let's see if he comes up. If he wants to be part of the crypto corner.
We get him set up if we need it. Glad we have new crew members. Okay. Man, you gotta fill us in, Bork. Please.
Well, I'm right now. I'm at the White House lawn waiting for the orange man to come out. So let's see what he yaps about. Yeah.
I'm kidding. If I didn't catch that.
Okay, let's see. Let's make sure the audio works before he comes out. So let me just quickly play around with some settings. So in this case,
you're gonna put on the live.
Why not?
Okay, let me finish.
No.
So guys,
okay,
are we holding this trendline liquidity here, coming back down to these range lows, holding it pretty nicely. Now my main thing is on the 15-minute. If we do retrace back down to these lows, that's gonna be the first thing. That's gonna be the first thing that we want to see be held, right? If we make a nice lower high coming back up to these range highs and we have imbalances from before, guys, most likely going to come back down to these range lows. But overall, 6 hour looks great. All right, guys, even if we look at the indicator. Let me get the indicator up. There we go. Do the daily. Actually, daily would probably be better for this.
Hold on. Ben is saying that there is no meeting. Well, I'm on a live stream right now, and it's all over the place. If you YouTube it, and it could be, complete spam. It could be complete nonsense. People trying to get people to click, but it's CNN and Associated Press, AP. Trump participates in a cabinet meeting. So right now I'm looking at a camera pointed at the lawn, and it looks like at the White House, or what is this? This looks pretty bucket. This looks like a holiday. What is it called? This looks like the Holiday Inn or something. This is not the White House. This looks pretty bad for the White House. No, this is the White House.
Okay, I want to see that. What I'm looking. Ooh, ADA, guys. ADA's already going back for these range highs. Let's see. On the 5 minutes.
We're waiting for an orange swan to come out. I don't know if this is valid or not. So it's pretty trending that people are waiting for a cabinet.
Okay. I mean, Bitcoin's looking good, man. Bitcoin the 5.
Are you looking at the chart right now?
Let's see if we can get above this view off and flip the short bias into a long bias soon.
Well, we got to get back above 75. That breakdown, that major breakdown that we were covering earlier. Yeah, we got to get back above that level. Yeah. Okay, I gotta work on my audio here. Nice. My
Do your thing. Let's look at what's Pyth doing. Pyth. Back up to these highs. And nothing too crazy, guys. We might come for one more test back down before a nice spring up. I hope at least this point of control. And I might actually.
Yeah, but this dude just came out.
Come back down to these lows. I
don't know. This guy just came out. That's not Trump, bro. But this dude just came out. What?
I can't see your screen, man.
Why not?
You're just saying this dude. Oh, that guy.
That guy. He just popped out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a professional, man. Look at him.
So let's see. Okay, I'm taking over your stream here. It's okay. I'm just waiting for that orange swan.
Don't worry.
But I want people to hear him talk. So I'm gonna set this up somehow.
You have to turn on desktop audio. That's what you have to do.
What do you mean turn it on? Add a new source, you're saying?
So do you see you have desktop? Turn on your desktop audio and oh, wait, no, that would actually be bad too, because then you would echo me.
No. I gotta add a new source.
Yeah, add a new source. Just add the video as a source.
I add the video. I have a video.
Did you click control audio through OBS?
No, I am looking at I do the capture. I'm doing a capture method. I'm not doing a source method.
Does that capture audio too?
No, it's just video. So I have
try the source method. Do the browser method, and then do control audio through OBS. That will work. Okay, let's look at. Guys, give me a project. If there's any projects you'd like for me to look at, let's look at Sui. What's Sui doing? Oof. Nasty. Guys, Sui really came and rejected again. Like this sweep right here took out a little bit of trendline liquidity, but at the end, point of control, second rejection from it. Price was Oh man, why is my mouse like that? Price was wedging, came back into previous imbalance, rejected with imbalances. So this is very important, guys. This rejection with imbalances. The only level was these range lows right here. And we got an impulsive move right through that yesterday. And now we have a consolidation. So we are at the range lows, guys. Same thing as we talked about for, what was it that we talked about? Solana. Same thing, guys. You know, we haven't seen those three things happen yet. Volume, imbalances, volume, price, and time. Market, obviously, I haven't spent enough time below these range. Like, we've been within this range for how long now? For 12 days. And we've been at this low for about a day. So by tomorrow, we should clear up a little bit more. Volume wise, that's the wrong one. Volume wise, yeah, guys, not too much either.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What is he doing there? Sorry, I'm having too much fun, Tal. I apologize.
You're good, man. Have all the fun.
I don't know what I put in this coffee this morning.
That's the only thing.
I don't know what I put in this coffee. I don't know what's going on here this morning.
Man, that's Ben setting up his camera there for sure.
You see that orange swan? But I gotta.
That's crazy.
That was a real orange swan.
That's wild, Mike. Oh my, you're crazy. Okay. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Call me off guard, but okay, let's go back to it. But yeah, guys, so you know, there's actually volumes in like too bad here. We have increases of both buying and selling delta. I want to see if we start making lower lows and continue to trend down. Okay, that's it. Cooked acceptance is there, and main levels moving back to zone of control, right? And these range lows, this entire range down here. But until that happens, guys, even though we're below value, low, it's not as like unhealthy as many people think. Whatever, but we need signs of acceptance, and until we get that, thesis or bias should be bullish coming back up. Let's see Solana's. See, Solana's already getting back above that value low. We talked about 15 to 30 minutes ago. Fight. How are you doing? Let's see. I gotta set alert. I don't want to take a loss on my head short. I'm in profit right now. Let's see how this plays. Let's put some alerts and wash. Not too much volume. You guys can see when this pushes up, volume drops, pushes down, volume increases. So that's one way to see which way we're going to peak out. Mike, they're saying there's an echo.
Yeah, I'm playing around with settings. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get the orange swan happening. It's because the video, the capture is also capturing you, because you're on YouTube. So I'm doing a source in the source. Okay, hold on.
So
oh, I see you. Hold on. That better? I don't know.
Because I need to check PP, but I'm gonna be echoing. Maybe I should give it a moment before 4 o'clock talking.
Do you hear any like birds chirping or anything?
What?
Do you hear any birds chirping or anything?
Me?
Yeah,
no, I don't hear any birds chirping.
Because I'm trying to get the audio happening. I don't think he's gonna be out. I don't think this orange dude is gonna be out here today.
So Borg says, Mike, you're giving an echo. I can hear twice the elevator means respect.
Okay, you know what?
You
Yeah, I paused it just now. Okay, I better stop because I'm gonna ruin this entire stream.
Can you mute the browser that's going on? Like, you just mute that now.
Yeah, I'm already. Is it done? There you go.
Am I still echoing?
You should be good now.
Man, this right when it started echoing, our views started pumping.
The what? What started pumping?
Our views were up to 13 from 10, so it means
people like the echo.
Yeah.
So we should echo then.
It's still echoing, Mike.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the static is the stream from the White
That
House.
was the wind.
That was the birds in the wind.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we turned that off, but you make me stop echoing now.
But I echo.
So he's saying there's birds, Tao, we can hear him twice, and there's mic buzz.
Yeah, the mic buzz is the stream itself from the White House. That's the buzz. But as far as you echoing, why are you echoing now? I have no idea why you would be echoing. Oh, maybe it's this. Hold on. How about now? Probably no more echo. Mic buzz.
Am I echoing?
You're probably good now. Thanks, Green Hornet. I appreciate you, buddy. No echo on TikTok. Okay, good.
Good.
Should be okay now. I disabled everything. Pretty much.
Can't even hear myself on the stream. Can you hear me on the stream right now or no?
You should be good. The birds are gone. The mic buzz and birds are gone.
Piping Tao. Wait, so can you hear me or not right now? I'm not sure. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I don't know what
I mean, my mic is going through and it's saying I'm on air, so I should be there.
And I'm getting your feed as you talk. Speak.
Hey, they can hear me now. Okay, I saw on the stream they can hear me. Okay. So going back to Bork's question, will you judge me if I ask you to look at peak? Absolutely not. I can look at anything. Let me just make sure, guys. Be careful if market starts pumping now. If you're in a short. Oh yeah, perfect, Mike. Look, we're taking out that range high right now.
You see?
Perfect.
Ben. It's all Ben. He did it.
You, Ben, man. Save the day. We gotta have you in here all the time.
Yep.
Whenever markets are going against us, you just short the bottom.
That's what we need. That's what he does.
Guys, watch. If this closes below this point of control, that's gonna be pretty ugly. I'm just letting you guys know. That's not a good sign. It doesn't mean full reversal, but the like chance of a reversal increases. And remember, the delta for this is still negative, guys. So FYI for you guys there. I don't know. For me, are you writing in Chinese inside the chat? For me, it's showing it has to translate it.
It's a little bit of a delay. Okay.
Oh, that could be why, yeah. Peak. What are you doing?
So are we pumping or what?
Is peak? Oh no, we're not. It's not pumping, but it's not like dumping either. It's ranging.
Ranging.
I'm scared of the peak trendline liquidity building. Okay, that's okay.
Oh no, we actually broke above the range, but we got rejected a little bit as I was trying to get the stream going. Okay, it's not bad.
Guys, peak isn't looking too bad, to be honest, right now. What are you looking at, Mike?
I'm looking at Bitcoin, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hop on peak. Not too shabby, to be honest. So let's see when they start really that consolidation rangers. I would say it's from this low right here. Ooh, okay, it's like a more recent one. Above value there. Okay, not bad. So listen, peak is right now just consolidating within this range. Well, holy smokes.
Peak?
What is this from this bottom? In the last 2 weeks, peak's up almost double. That's insane.
Yeah,
You know what
people
peak
don't
does,
trust
Mike,
it.
right? We talked about this, I think, on the stream.
It's isn't it Internet of
The
Things?
robot stuff, right?
Yeah, IoT. You don't hear the birds chirping.
Yeah. I really no, I don't hear it from your screen at least. But no, I think it's pretty crazy though. I was seeing some stuff about the robotics, like robots that are coming out recently, Mike. And it's like, bro, they have like a robot that for 100 or like 200 hours straight, it was folding laundry and it was packing packages and everything.
But it was poor performance.
So really,
like it was doing bad.
It was great.
It was?
It did well. No, it did really well.
No, it was comparing
bro,
to a human, and a human was killing it.
Okay, a human might have been faster, but you got to pay a human. You have to feed a human. You have to give, let's say, support for a human. A human can't work 24/7.
Yeah, okay, fine. But it was like so bad. It was like it was so bad though. It was like wasn't able to. The human was pushing like 5 boxes, and the robot was doing like barely one. While it was sorting the mail.
Can a human? Well, like the robot worked what, 2 whole days in a row, 10 whole days in a row. I forgot how many hours.
Oh, okay. Exactly. It probably will catch up based on the fact that it does 24 hours. Yeah.
And you could probably buy 2 or 3 of them for the price of 1 wage for someone, right? Like you have to pay someone's wage. You can probably buy 2 or 3 of those robots and let them go at it.
Yeah, and then you got to maintain them. Yeah, I don't know. Trump will have a bullish news and we will dump. I know. It's crazy. We should have bullish news. We should be. It's the inverse. Whenever something bullish comes out, we should be shorting, right? I don't know what to say.
It's craziness, man.
But projects like Peak, you know what the problem is that everybody's bearish on Peak because of its chart. Look at the 4-day. It's
4 days.
Okay. Look at the higher time frames, the daily or whatever. Peak looks like absolute garbage. And then all of a sudden, everybody's on the sidelines. Nobody cares about it, and all it takes is a bit of liquidity to pump it. And this is the issue. And it's a small cap. I'm assuming it's sub 50 million, so it's easy to do.
Email last I checked, but let's just
something like that.
Guys, by the way, if you want a portfolio, oh no, it's 75 actually. Guys, if you want a portfolio analysis, be sure to go on our go on the Discord, all there. And we have a Google form there. So you guys are able to fill it out, put your time horizon, all that stuff. And next week, Tuesday, is going to be your next portfolio analysis. So first come, first serve, guys. If you guys are interested, be sure to check it out and fill out that form. Mike, can you actually put the link?
Yeah, sure. For the Discord?
Yeah, okay. Appreciate that. Both the Google form and the Discord. If you could.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Let's see if I can find that. I'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Perfection. Okay, so guys, being on peak right now, honestly, guys, we're just really ranging right now, right? And I understand there's all this trendline liquidity from these lows being built that at any moment, if you come to start taking these out and getting liquidations, you have to watch these lows right here, right? Because this is really the last area you wanted to hold. Because if you guys look, this low right here is the last area in which these bulls stepped in for the second impulsive move. This breakout right here was on this was contingent to this low being held. So for me, now that I'm watching peak, I would not be surprised if we start retracing and coming back lower, right? So where would I be looking for? From these highs right now, it seems like we're already retracing the value area high. Even though we have a point of control level right down here that we did, we're still within sort of that little range. Let's go in the 5-minute. Mainly for me, I would be looking for us to hold this trendline liquidity as we approach these lows, right? But guys, this isn't high quality. Yes, it's aligned with this range of highs and everything, but we're really on the 5-minute. In reality, range lows down here are going to be the main level, and that's maybe take out a little bit of that trendline liquidity, and that's fine. You can have a little bit of sweep, come back up, retest for that second move up to retest the highs. That's all possible, and something you guys should obviously keep into consideration, because again, even though this is like doing really good over the last 2-3 weeks, if you don't get more buying pressure coming in, you're not going to continue to get that pump that you guys want to see. So let's look at the delta, and let me show you what I'm saying, guys. Oh, we have no delta? No, we do. Perfect. Okay. Look at the 6 hour. Actually, it's going to be more obvious there. You guys can see on every single one of these pumps, the first one, lots of volume backing it. Delta was obviously green. Second pump for the second push, delta was still there, a little bit less. Volume was actually sort of dwindling down. You can see the moving average of the volume slowly coming lower. Third pump, even less volume, less buyers stepping in. Now, the thing is, that's when you can slowly start spotting that the trend is slowly losing its power, right? Now, the trend here is clearly still in a bullish trend. And, if we start getting more buying pressure coming in, you're going to continue that for sure. And you can even see the 6 hours been following the VWAP pretty well. And right now, that 6 hour VWAP is coming back down to these range lows down here. Still very high chance that we could hold this, go for another couple pushes up, but we want to see more buying pressure coming in. Now, there's something you guys need to keep in mind. Because Mike was talking about this, right? People are scared of the chart, they're not willing to get in. And if that liquidity is dwindling down, just like Mike said, it takes just a little bit of buying pressure to push it a lot higher, right? And you could be targeting these range highs once again, coming back up to these range highs. But the main thing that I'm really watching is this range down here, right? Is this next couple 6 hour candles to see whether we can get a breakout or not. Now, okay, that's going to be what I'm looking for peak there. And to be honest, guys, let's just go down to the 5.
Bitcoin's pumping.
This sweep, pumping, we're pumping.
Yeah, no, it's moving up. It's doing good.
Holy.
It's reclaiming the range. It's looking to reclaim the range. That's what all we want. Reclaim the range and hold.
For sure.
That's all you want. And then we can talk. Then we can figure out what we do next.
It said a byproduct of Ben taking a position is a trend reversal. Is a trend reveals itself.
I love it. I love Ben. You got to do this more often, bro. Like, this is a necessity. You see your rounded bottom. You find the rounded bottom. Look at this. I love it, Ben. You just got to short the bottoms. That's all you got to do, guys. And you see, I was celebrating liquidation, and look what happens. Celebrate your liquidations, guys. Embrace them. And you'll see that it will pump.
Talking about peak there.
I don't know, but we're pumping right now. Look at this. 15-minute chart.
Oh, you're talking about this low right here, Borg? Yeah, I mean, listen, it's mainly a consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if you start taking out the value area low now, right? Even if you go on the 15. The value area high, right? There's lots of imbalances behind this move, and we already are making new imbalances too. But I wouldn't start taking a long here either. That's what I'm saying. I would rather look for this thesis, because this gives us an edge to actually take a position. You can still take a breakout trade. That's a possibility. I personally wouldn't, right? That's not what I like to do. So for me, I'm staying out of that. But it's up to you guys how you guys want to trade, right? I just say what I like to do. But that's why for me, that's what I'm saying. If we get this second scenario, there's some sort of way we could play with this. If we just start pumping now, great, impulsive move. I'm sure you have spot. I'm sure you have a position already. You're going to do great. But what, you're going to take more positions up here? So I'll be careful. Oh, it was a $20 position too. What, on spot, or was it on... I can control Bitcoin with $20. That's perfect.
That's all you need.
Man,
that's all we
need more of this.
$20 and avoid liquidation.
I don't think any community has trend reversals like market makers that can control price.
Ben is our market maker. That's it. We found the role for him.
Literally.
The market maker. You should.
He's a news guy and the market maker.
I love your name, the Borishish cohort. I don't know what that is, but you should rename yourself to the market maker. Like, it's it. The $20 market maker. It's amazing.
I think it's based off of it's like based off of like a, what is it, like a show or a comic or something.
I don't know, but it's
hard.
Borsfish
Horde is old horde to the was the beginning prior to the First War until it was defeated by the alliance of Lord Dirion
I
at
don't know,
the
bro.
end of the Second War. Not sure what that's
I'm
from.
too busy worrying about my liquidations. I don't know what the heck you just
Oh,
said.
Turtle Wow. Okay, Turtle Wow. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Mysteries of Azeroth. Pretty cool. So I think this is a game. Yeah. World of Warcraft, like expansion or whatever. You play games, Mike?
Me? Yeah, once in a while. But
Yeah.
really, not so much. I'm waiting for GTA. I think that's going to be an interesting one.
Basic.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that.
You think? Okay. When do you think it's gonna come out?
I don't know. They keep on delaying,
I
right?
heard so
So
many
we
people.
don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what the better question is it going to be a crypto economy or not? That's what a lot of people
Doubt it.
are thinking about.
It's like a huge thing. Like I think what, a year ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, whatever it was. I forgot when. But it was a huge thing on X. People were talking about if GTA 6 is going to be
Yeah. Apparently, well, if you
yeah,
think about it,
like
it would
part of the
be
crypto
a
economy.
great way for them to earn keep control of the economy, because instead of giving the economy to the network providers like Sony and Microsoft or whatever, or Steam, or I don't even know if Steam has an economy, but they can control their own economy that way.
We'll have to see. I don't know. I feel like um it's gonna be interesting. If they do that, I don't know how they would keep up the trust because a lot of people are not gonna trust that. But I mean, if they can make it so seamless in which
Mm-hmm.
you don't even realize that you're on crypto, I think that's the best way of going
Spot
about
on.
it.
You hit it.
But when a game does that, that's when you really are able to integrate crypto, and it's just like any other service,
Mm-hmm.
except it's decentralized. And that's, I think, the true value behind crypto.
Yep, I
Oh,
agree.
Forkish Horde. I made this account like 25 years ago or something. Bork. Oh, Borkish Horde. Okay, it's pretty Borkish Horde. Okay, it's pretty nice. Sounds German. Bro just outed me of a World of Warcraft player. I mean, man, it's in your name. What else are people gonna think?
I didn't know that.
I
I,
s-
I don't know anything. I thought it was just some. I don't know. I think he should call himself the $20 market maker. That's it. That would
dollar
be a
market
perfect.
maker.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's it. Market maker. He goes in with 20
Perfect,
bucks and
bro.
reverses the entire market. I can't believe it. That's all we really needed to do is short the bottom, and then you pump.
This is just perfect.
Are we
And
still?
it's good because he has a long position too. So he really hedged his long position by reversing the entire
Yeah.
market, if you think about it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Skill. That's what it is.
Okay,
Not
what's
luck.
next?
It's pure skill what he's got there. That's the market maker way. And Arweave is pumping
Haters gonna hate, man. Let the haters hate.
11%.
Whatever. Ooh, guys, we're already losing this first high off of USDT. So it's pretty good, guys. Let's just see how Bitcoin does here. If Bitcoin comes back into range, USDT is gonna come back into range, which is perfect. But if we get this consolidation period, not gonna be pretty ugly. So let's see what happens. Let's just
Bro, this Orange Swan,
Mike,
there's no
anything
Orange
else?
Swan meeting. I think Ben is right. I don't think there's an Orange Swan meeting.
Mike, I think you've just been sitting there looking for a meeting
Bro, this
because of
guy
your
has been
interest.
standing here.
Let me see. Let me see.
This guy's been standing here for like an hour, just wait, and I'm waiting. Like I'm patiently waiting. This guy's waiting. It's like he's an ADA holder right now. This guy is just waiting. He would be the ultimate. This guy would be the ultimate ADA holder, just standing and waiting,
Man, that's
frozen.
someone that can take a liquidation. I swear.
Not better than me.
That's
Not
someone.
better. No, I challenge you, Mr. Standing Man, for a liquidation duel. I will win. No, this guy is an ADA holder for sure. Like, there's no way that you can stand there for that long. Something froze. it's frozen for sure. No, it's live. I can hear the birds. Oh, now there's something happening here. Oh, there you hear. Look, I can hear the birds. This guy's just he's swaying a little bit. Yeah, he's moving a little bit. No, but he's still a good ADA holder. We got to give him credit. He's amazing. This guy, he's a hodler. That's what he is.
Like all that stuff that they have, like the soldiers and everything standing.
It's fine.
Like traditional stuff they got there. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Oh, good. Let's see what else we got here. Let's fast forward. Oh no, we got this. But this is light. Where you going?
Hey, going, Mike.
Okay,
it's almost 12.
Bro. See ya. Take care.
Yeah. No, not that fast. I'll go. Let me do my quote.
Do your quote. Do your quote. Sorry, I took over your stream again. This guy, he's an ADA holder. That's all I gotta say. Okay, go do your thing.
Hey, don't share my screen right now.
Okay, we'll look at the ADA holder. You let me know when we get back on. Yeah, he's a Marine of some sort.
Wait,
Trump talking the cabinet right now behind closed doors. Okay, so maybe maybe he's behind those doors. That's the thing. They need security so he can do his orange swan thing, and maybe that's what's really happening. And then he might come out and do a little bit of a spiel after. Sometimes that happens. No, Ben? I don't know. He's our correspondent here. Ben is our correspondent at the White House. He knows what's good. Actually, that's Ben right there standing. There he is. There's Ben. There he is. There he is. Ben he's getting the lighting. He's getting ready. Are you ready, Tao?
Yeah, I'm ready for the quote. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Always gotta shut off the music though. So music's off.
Okay, give me a second.
No more elevator music, guys. Now we're back locked in. Okay, let me know when I'm on.
Yeah, you're on. What do you mean?
Okay. I was looking at the stream. I wasn't looking at the.
But you can't see it through our thing, the live.
I can't. Just I don't have that open right now.
What is he good for?
Okay, so Mike, I'm gonna need your thoughts about this quote too. Keep that in mind. Okay, so can you say this name?
What? I don't even see the screen.
Heraclitus?
I don't see your screen.
You don't see my screen?
I see your screen, but I don't see the quote. Like I see a chart.
See the quote now?
No, I see a chain link. Is that chain link? Yeah, I see a chain link chart.
Shoot, I probably.
Are you on the wrong monitor screen or something? What are you up to?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man.
Okay, there we go. Can you see it now?
Alrighty.
There we go.
But it's getting cut off a little bit. Zoom out. But now.
Okay. Let me. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now is it better?
It's cut off though. Yeah. Zoom out. Yeah, they're good. Can you push it to the left a little bit? This is what you gotta.
Yeah, I can do that.
Just push it to the left. No.
There you go.
That's too zoomed out. That's too much. Just push it to the left if you can.
Push it to the left.
It could still. I need more. A little bit more.
There, I'll move this
Not okay, the guy. Okay, that's fine. There you go. Much better. A little bit cut off, but it's
finally. Fine. Okay, so Heraclitus. I think I said that right. No. Heraclitus. Okay. No. No man steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. So, guys, this is one of the pre-Socratics, meaning this is one of the philosophers. One of the called sophists that came before Socrates and Aristotle and Plato, many of the famous Greek philosophers of that time. So you can see they're gonna have a little bit of different ideas, and the process in which they come up with ideas is kind of too if you guys go study that. But yeah, let's just go through the quote. So let's take it piece by piece. Firstly, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. Okay, guys, firstly, let's just take a general meaning behind this quote. What does he mean that no man steps in the same river twice? Well, the idea that it's not the same river, well, what happens in a river, guys? You have a stream of water, water continuously goes, and the water that's going through this is changing every time. And over time, the area that the river's in, the path of the river slowly changes as well. As water hits different areas, you will see the river changes in shape as well. And the main meaning behind this is Guys, the river is in a constant state of change, just like how we as people are also within a constant state of change. We see this in trading as well, right? Even though yesterday and today we both dumped, right? We came down on Bitcoin. The way in which we dumped was completely different. The structure that we had was completely different. Even though you could say they're similar in nature, just like how a river and a river that has the water change is going to be similar to each other. They're both still rivers, but the defining that what's within it when you go granularly and you zoom in is two completely different things. And the same applies to us as traders. As traders, we're different people. The experiences that we have are going to change the way we trade and think about the market. Think about it last week. How were we doing last week? Markets were up, everyone was happy. And that's going to change the way and the bias we're going to have over the coming week. And that's one way in which we should limit the way that the emotion affects us, how much our emotion is affecting us, and the biases that we hold and the thesis that we hold. If you can hold your thesis, even when the markets go doing well, going against you, whatever is happening, and you have evidence for it, that's the true power behind a trader's mind. Is even when the market's going against them, even when everything's going against them, people are disagreeing with them, they're still able to hold on to that thesis and their ideas. So, guys, main message behind this is we're in a constant state of change. Humans, as traders, as everything. But even though we are in a constant state of change, we can either change for the better or change for the worse. It's one of the two. So choose the better. Don't let psychology affect you when you're trading. Try to master psychology and master yourself as a person, and be able to adapt to an ever-changing market as well. That's gonna be it for me. Mike, any last words on this quote? Any thoughts?
There's and there's one more option, and it's just to get liquidated. That's it. Just get liquidated, and you're fine. Liquidation will end your misery. It's fine. Just it's it. Liquidation is key. And then Ben comes in and helps out, and here we are.
Helps out.
We appreciate you, Ben. We appreciate you. All right, that's it.
All right, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mike, for letting me on.
I'm on your stream. Yeah, I went right through, right on your stream, but it's all good. It was fun.
It's more fun. So
okay, buddy. Enjoy your day.
Okay, see you guys. Take care. You too.
Alrighty, guys. So, not that I left, but I'm back. Let's get my screen going. I'm still looking at Bitcoin here. So I was able to avoid liquidation, which is ideal. Not bad, not bad, thanks to Ben. And now we're back above the range slightly, trying to form acceptance, which I kind of like, to be honest. So the long positions that I'm in are looking a little bit better. We have to reclaim this range right here, and then we're cooking with gas again. So we can kind of like push this down, make it a little bit more clean. And if we can get back into this range, then we start to look like maybe this was a bit of a manipulative move, right? Accumulation, and then manipulation, and then back in, and then distribution, inverse distribution, right? Type of thing. I wouldn't mind that, obviously we're hopeful. We smoke a lot of hopium here on the channel every once in a while when the market doesn't treat us right. But we prepare for liquidation, right? That's the only, and that's literally the message of today is prepare for liquidation always, because if you prepare for liquidation, you're gonna get into an appropriate position size. The last thing you want to do is get liquidated with something that is inappropriate. And you can't laugh about it. You can't have fun about it because you're getting destroyed. So if you can laugh and have fun about it and go live and have people listen to you get liquidated, that means that you've done it appropriately. You plan to get liquidated. So risk to reward, risk management is all about thinking about the worst case scenarios and preparing for those worst case scenarios. And if you can't handle the heat, you shouldn't be trading it. You should be finding something that you can handle and you can afford. Okay, so ultimately, it is already, midday pretty much. It's not time to get into fresh longs or anything like that. We could get a bit of volatility as 2 p.m. approaches. 2 p.m. volatility is always crazy as well. And not only that, then we wait for Asia market to see what they feel about this dip. We can have an orange swan, event any moment now. He might come out and start yapping about whatever, his decisions or his conference, this press conference there at the end might give us some more volatility. But right now, reality is the market is not actionable, guys. All we're really doing is preparing for what happens next at the next session open. All right, so Asia, I'm live at 8 p.m. EST, live again live at BTD Crypto channel, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description. Better yet, guys, I have a Discord that is absolutely free. We do have a premium section if you want to do level up, but there's lots of freebies, lots of free. 95+% of the Discord is free. I do deep dives. I do a lot of different analysis. I'm live with the premium members in the morning at 6:30 a.m. pre-market open, trying to navigate this space in peace. And sometimes there's not enough peace, but there's still opportunity regardless. All right, guys, if I've offered you any value, make some noise for the algorithm. I really do appreciate you being with me here and Tao this morning and afternoon. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out and keep your ear to the ground.